right, here we go. MJ and the crew minus Fester in the studio, but Fester is joining us at home this morning. So hold on a minute. We got a story to tell with the whole elevator situation. I mean, it's kind of like a comedy. This is great. Fester, come in. Can you hear me, Fester? Hello.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Oh yeah.
All right, good.
That sounds pretty good. So Fester is what do you call it? The spare bedroom, the junk room, the sewing room? Where are you, in the parlor? Where the hell are you?
I am straight up in my living room right now because I can't make it upstairs to the broadcast room that I used to use.
Oh man! So are you like on the couch that the kids stain with SpaghettiOs?
That couch is actually too low for me to get out of.
Really?
So I'm sitting in my recliner right now. Everybody's asleep, so in about 10 minutes, alarms are going to go off and kids are going to start getting ready for school. And I'm sitting in the middle of all of it.
That's fantastic! I can't wait to hear the clinking of the glasses and the bowls, and your kids eat Sugar Shocker cereal for breakfast, right?
I think today's Fruit Loops.
Like I said, sugar. It's a Sugar Shocker house. Yeah. Hey kids, want some Sugar Shockers? All right, folks, this is nuts. This is incredible. So the elevator. Hey, Roxanne, welcome. How are you?
Welcome to you.
Yeah. All right. Great.
What's that about?
Welcome to you.
Great to see you. All right, folks, you got the MJ Morning Show here on Q105, and you can probably tell from the sound. I'm here on the main mic. I've got Roxanne here in studio. Froggy is in his little corner of the studio. Fester, who is typically right in front of me, he's now broadcasting from beautiful Lutz this morning from his living room. But this is nuts. The elevator, I know folks are probably sick of it. Will you shut up about the freaking elevator? So,
man.
I've never used the elevator because when I first, listen, it's one flight of stairs. We're on the second floor, but obviously in Fester's condition, that's rough. The elevator, and we have some employees that have some physical issues.
Right.
Do you realize that we have some employees that have not been in the building for months and months and months because the elevator's been broken and they've been working from home?
I did not realize that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like 4 people.
Yeah, there are numerous people that need the elevator, and it has not been working since August. Finally, the elevator was fixed. Well, so they say. The elevator was supposedly fixed early this week.
Because of Fester. So that was nice.
Well,
I mean, you have these 4 other people, but it doesn't get done until Fester needs to come in.
But it seemed like the supply chain issues had worked their way out, and that was the excuse that they couldn't get elevator parts. Listen, I don't know how many elevators were busted in the Empire State Building or, the downtown Bank of America building that, the elevators were up. Sorry, you got to walk up all 22 flights of stairs. I don't know if any other elevators have been broken since August. Anyway, ours get fixed this week, and it coincided with Fester coming back. And I think it is somewhat coincidental that they were working on it, but I definitely pushed it. I definitely absolutely pushed the issue by saying, listen, we got Fester. He needs to come back in. He's at a TGH. He's got this myasthenia gravis deal. The muscles are all comungulated, all wham-bookied up good, and we need the elevator. So the elevator was in service yesterday morning. Fester was able to come in. He had an Uber driver, took him in. He came on the air with us, came to the building a little after 7 o'clock yesterday morning, and he was up. The elevator worked. Then when it was time for Fester to leave after the morning show, after 10 o'clock yesterday morning, we get word the elevator is broken. So the elevator worked down for 6 months, and the elevator worked for all of 3 freaking hours. And then the elevator was broken.
So he's stuck up here.
So Fester was stuck on the second floor until I called the management office, and they're like, okay, we're sending people over to help. Yes, the elevator's broken. We're going to help Fester down the stairs. I'm like, oh, my God. So I'm in the lobby. Fester's in the lobby. We look outside, and suddenly a whole parade of golf carts from the office park start streaming toward our parking lot. 1, 2, 3, 4 Bay Point security and maintenance and engineering golf carts are rushing in our direction. They get off the golf carts. They race to the second floor to help Fester down the stairs. So that was the excitement. And Froggy, who was giving Fester a ride home yesterday.
God, I got home at like noon.
Froggy's like, what is going on here? So we have like 4 guys from the office park that are holding Fester by his arm. And Fester had to go down the stairs backward.
It was so weird.
Yeah, Fester's like going down backward for better stability. And you've got like 2 spotters, 2 guys holding arms. I'm like near the front to grab some roll of belly, in case he falls.
I figured you would be videoing.
No, MJ had me by side boob.
I had a nice grab a side boob.
He couldn't get in my truck. I had to help him lift up his leg.
Oh my God, it was bizarre. So we hooked up the Fester home broadcast unit, so that's why you hear Fester from home right now. All right, dude, stand by. Let me take a quick break. But man, that was a crazy sight yesterday. And now the elevator apparently is fixed this morning. So I hit the button and it was on the second floor. It came down to the first floor, but then as it got to the first floor, it's going. She's gonna blow. We ought to go and record this thing. I'm like, what is going on?
Wasn't there an old horror movie called Hellevator where it was like a...
Yeah.
We have the elevator.
It's the elevator.
Hey, we're back in a minute. Fester, we'll talk to you in a bit. Just getting rolling. It's a busy Thursday. MJ Morning Show here on Q105. And then Pat's got traffic back in a second.
Big mess over.
I've MJ, Froggy, Fester from home, Roxanne. Hey, Fester, you still with us?
I think I am.
Excellent.
I have a question, Fester. Can you hear in studio when we are in a commercial break? Can you hear MJ and I chatting?
Yeah.
You can, right?
Mics are hot. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I heard you guys talking about little hands.
Sorry. This is nuts. I don't have time to talk about this here, but we will during the course of the show. I gotta slot you in somewhere. Roxanne sends me a text, and it's like a video of some woman with tiny little hands, and you say you're obsessed with watching this, and it's something to do with your creepy ASMR.
If you don't get it, you don't get it. But
I
we'll
don't
talk about
get it.
later.
All right, we'll talk about it later. So tiny hands that Roxanne is obsessed with. All right. MJ Morning Show here on Q105 with me and Roxanne and Froggy over here. Froggy, why are you so...
Yes, that's my name, Froggy.
Why are you so quiet this morning? You're just sitting there like a...
You guys, I have there's no room for me to even speak.
What is on your cell phone? What is that squiggly symbol? What are you doing? Because you're on your cell phone.
I'm looking for a crank call. It's an audio file.
All
Why
right.
don't you mind your own beeswax, bro?
Listen, I'm just saying that I just would like...
Jeez.
I want you to focus on the show.
I am. I'm watching you two yak about nothing.
All right, so Roxanne...
Oh, that's a good point.
All right, Roxanne and her tiny hands, but also you were just answering texts, and
Yes.
we get a ton of text messages every day. I mean, the volume is incredible. And folks, please don't be offended if you don't get answered back. Roxanne tries her best to answer all the texts back, but the volume
It's impossible.
is intense, what we get via text. Now, we see everything. So you see everything.
I try to see everything.
Right, and
yeah.
you pass a lot of stuff on to me. You'll copy and paste if there's something great for the show, or you'll bring it up. So, folks, we love your texts. And, of course, the text line is the same as the call-in line, 800-990-1047. You can text us at any time, comments, questions, show content, whatever. And Roxanne also tries to go back first thing in the morning and look at all the texts that came in yesterday afternoon. And just because we go off the air at around 10 a.m. doesn't
They
mean
don't
that...
stop?
Yeah, the text
Oh,
don't...
no.
Oh, no.
No.
Ooh, they're just texting nobody?
Weird.
Weird.
It goes to the text system. So,
Yeah.
Roxanne, you're answering a text about our discussion yesterday about you and your phony British accent?
Yeah, no, this woman texted and said, listening to the podcast, Roxanne, you said you talk and read in an English accent at home with the girls. I always did this as a kid and teenager.
Stop.
Yeah.
That's another thing, is that people listen to the podcast
Right.
during the day, so that prompts people to text at all hours, at night,
yeah.
during the day, so
Mm-hmm.
people are responding to our podcast. Which,
Exactly.
of course, the entire show is podcast by 11 a.m. You can listen to the whole show, the audio podcast, and then, of course, our MJTV video cast. That's like on demand. Whenever you want to watch that after the show or even during the show, I think you can rewind if you go to mjmorningshow.com and click on MJTV. So yesterday we're talking about how Roxanne walks around her house and talks in a British accent, and she reads like bedtime stories to our kids. What do you think? You're freaking Mary Poppins? Is that what it is?
I mean, I give them the option. I'm like, do you want it in British or do you want it just in regular?
No, I want it in that Bushman click language.
Mandarin, please. Isn't Mandarin the most popular?
Hold on. It's the Goldilocks.
Ugh,
Is-
I don't like that.
it sounds like dolphin language.
Yeah, dolphin click.
So what is this lady saying about your phony British?
She says she did that when she babysat when she was a kid and teenager. The kids loved it. And now she has a 2-year-old daughter and she's back to doing it. And it just makes a girl feel royal.
What is she,
God.
Mrs. Doubtfire?
Yeah.
Hey, Fester, can you get closer onto the microphone? Because you're
how's this?
No, you're echoing. Just talk right into the microphone.
How's this?
That is much more broadcast microphone quality-ish, yeah. Because
Yeah, you got to put it up to your mouth.
Yeah, it sounded like you were like across the room. And again, folks, with Fester's myasthenia gravis, he came in yesterday. But, dude, you were wiped. You said you were worn. And we'll get into this in more detail later on, but just Fester walking from the studio to the lobby. You had to sit in the, I would say, what is the walk? Maybe 75 feet from the studio to the lobby. And Fester, you had to sit down on the couch for like 15 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, it's a matter of walking for a very short period of time, then taking a break, and then walking to the next landing, and then taking a break. And and
then listen to this. When Fester got down the stairs, so with the elevator, and folks, if you're just tuning in, the elevator got fixed. Then the elevator broke during our show, so Fester could not take the elevator down. 4 people from the Office Park management team had to come out on golf carts to help guide Fester down the stairs in the lobby. And then when Fester got down the stairs, he needed to sit. Andrew, our producer, rushed up to the lobby and grabbed a chair out of the lobby, and then we put the chair right in the lobby in front of the elevator. And then Fester, how long did I left? But how long did he sit in the chair?
I think Andrew sat with me, and everybody
10 minutes.
Yeah, 10 minutes, and then everybody, all the men that came from our management office or leasing office, they waited as well. So when I finally got up to walk out to Froggy's car, Froggy's truck, I had a herd of grown men watching every step. And I got to think,
every step you take.
That was really because of a liability.
Hey, you know what, Roxanne? It's too bad you weren't here still.
I was here, guys.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, she was on the air.
Hold on. It's too bad you weren't down in the lobby while Fester was sitting in the chair. You could have read him like Hansel and Gretel in a British accent.
Oh, I love that story.
That made you happy.
The crumbs and the... Oh, yes.
Yes, the breadcrumbs.
It would
the
make
trail.
Fester very happy.
Does Doug dress like a chimney sweep?
Hello. Chimney. Chim.
That was Dick Van Dyke, wasn't it?
Dick Van Dyke,
That's
yeah.
a girl.
Hello, Mary.
I draw art on sidewalks and then jump into them.
A spoonful of sugar.
Makes the medicine go down.
Doug tries not to entertain the crazy in the
So
household.
what does Doug do if you're walking around with your phony British accent in the house? What is Dig Doug doing during all
He's
this?
just used to it.
Does he
It's
just
like
ignore you?
wallpaper. It
Does he ever
doesn't-
tell you when you guys are intimate? Do you ever break into British accent? Listen, these are honest questions.
no.
You ever break in? Does he ever say, "Hey, do the British thing"?
Oh,
No.
darling, please straddle me.
And Doug. How do you? I didn't do it.
No, that's so weird.
I didn't do it.
Stop.
The
Doug
British.
does a Scottish accent. I'm about to lay it to you, babe.
Do you ever call him Spotted Doug?
Ooh,
That's so gross. We need to stop.
it's a dessert.
It is. It's Spotted Doug.
Well, you want some spotted Doug, huh?
Delicious.
All right. So what do you answer back to the lady that wants to?
We just answered. We haven't even hit her back yet.
Oh.
We,
So we've just
Don't
given her.
worry.
We've just given her an on-air answer to her text.
yeah, this is one text I won't answer. We just happened.
So hopefully she's listening right now.
Yeah, she will. She listens to podcasts,
No,
so she'll hear it.
Do you do anything else? Do you do French accents?
Yeah,
Do you-
absolutely, I do.
Oh, you do a
Yes.
French thing as
Yeah,
well?
and it expands my kids' horizons.
hear it.
All right, French us.
Ew.
Go ahead.
Go.
That
didn't sound right.
Clarice,
Hold on, say it again. Hold on, say it again.
the Clarice, the most famous mouse from Paris. And she is a fashion designer. We love fashion in our house, and we look at all the Chanel and the beautiful clothing couture
Chanel.
that she. Yes. So,
How
yes.
about the? You ever take a stroll virtually down the Champs Elysees?
Yes. Certainly. Oui,
You do. You clean it up.
You ever take the kids to the Louvre?
The Louvre.
Yeah, the
Yes.
Louvre. You do.
And see the is that where the Mona Lisa?
The Mona Lisa's in the Louvre. Yes.
You guys talking in stupid accents again. Doug
really
just comes in
awkward.
with a Scottish accent in a kilt.
Yeah, exactly. All right. I want to take a quick break. We'll have plenty of time for the early morons in the news next. All right. So hang on. My favorite part of the show, well, maybe one of my top 7 favorite parts of the show. Early morons in the news, always good stuff. Next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Oh, and there's, I've got an update on the really, really nasty story. It's like the airport version of Fargo. Yeah, there's an update on that story. Ooh, all right. So morons in the news next here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. If you're in a Are you ready for the morons in the news? The early edition. Let's hit it. MJ with Roxanne and Froggy. Fester at home. Fester sitting on. So, Fester, what are you lounging on if you can't sit on the couch?
Fester, what are you lounging on?
No,
what are you wearing?
He's not at.
Fester, are you okay?
No, hold on. Let's make sure he's all right. Listen, I hope he's all right. Yeah, or maybe we just lost the connection. Now, Fester is broadcasting from home. He was so exhausted coming into the studio yesterday that he stayed home. We hooked up the home broadcast connection, so we will try to reconnect with Fester. And then he'd warned us that he's downstairs, like in the middle of the living room next to the kitchen, and then the kid chaos is about to begin, so we're going to have all of the backdrop of the family.
Ambiance.
Yeah, and the kids then will eat their sugar-filled cereal. Then they get all wound up. And
Yeah, get ready for school.
Hey, Fester, you with us? Are you back? Yeah, I don't know what's going on. We lost the connection.
I bet maybe he's helping the kids.
He can't move.
All right, early morons of the news. Let's go. Man, this is a mess, and I've seen this. You know, one of the things I hate HOAs.
Me too.
I hate homeowners associations, and I know that we have many gated communities or deed restricted community. You know what? I break out in hives when I say deed restricted.
They do keep the area, the neighborhood clean.
All right, listen, you've got the pros and you got the cons. I understand it, but some of the good things that like an HOA can do, it's negated by some of just the BS. And I've just heard stories about your mailbox is 3 inches too high, and it's like crazy stuff. You can't hang out that Mother's Day flag. It's a violation. $50 fine.
Mother's Day flag? I've never seen one.
Yeah,
I know.
no, they have them.
It says mom on it?
There's a flag for everything.
Is there a flag for Flag Day?
There is a flag for Flag
Just a flag
Day.
that says flag?
Yeah, it's called the American flag. It's
Oh,
called
okay.
Stars and Stripes.
Oh.
All right, now, I've got a story where an HOA actually probably is a good thing but I've never lived in an HOA community. I've never, in South Tampa where I live, when I first moved to Tampa Bay with Michelle in 1994, we moved to South Tampa. And of course, and South Tampa's still like this. You might have, and I'm sorry to be blunt and direct, but you might have a really nice new house next to like some 1950s dump where the roof is collapsing and they've got blue tarps on top.
That's South Tampa.
Yeah, and you've got rusted appliances in the front yard, and some car with axles on cinder blocks. That's just part of the personality. And you'll have a bunch of nice houses, then you'll have a place that could be a crack den or a meth cook house
Or a
Usually
heroin den.
Boarding house.
Yeah, whatever. So, there are pros and cons, but I've just heard a lot of nightmares about HOAs. We've never lived in one. My first house, my second house, which we built from scratch, don't have an HOA, or we don't have a, I guess there is a homeowners, we have like an organization, but it's not like a deed restricted community where the HOAs, again, like I said, are fining you because you left your newspaper in the driveway for 7 minutes too long on a Sunday morning. All right, so this though is a case where maybe it comes in handy because they do prevent the riffraff and just some of the real trashiness and ugliness from creeping in. And I saw somebody sent me this, by the way. Thank you. I'm going to tell you right now. This came from a listener that sent me the link on mjmorningshow.com email. And listen, you could send me email anytime you want. You got hot tips, you got gossip, you want to say hello, you have anything for the show, you can email me personally. I am the only one that goes through this email. It's mj at mjmorningshow.com. mj at mjmorningshow.com. And this came via email to me last night, so thank you. And it's about neighbors that were complaining about a yard that has 20 tons of trash in the yard. I mean, can you imagine that?
20 tons? What is it, a dump?
It is. It's like a dump.
Shitty dump.
So this is the Channel 8 story. A mess that covered an entire yard on 56th Street North in St. Pete and plagued residents for more than 2 years has finally been cleared away. but some remain concerned that the mountain of debris could rise again. Hey, Fester, you back with us?
I am. That's deliberate, man. That's a lot of weight.
20 tons of trash. Now, you're up in Lutz, and do you have are there any junk houses in your neighborhood where there's just appliances and car parts and like old furniture, like molded couches in the front yard? Do you have any of that?
Aside from my house, no. I mean, I'm the only one that has like just errant pieces of furniture and auto parts in my yard. But I've seen those houses before, and they're just nightmare houses. And they breed animals. They breed rats.
Rat.
It's
Yep.
just disgusting.
Yeah. So neighbors and friends say, and relatives. So neighbors say friends and relatives of a guy by the name of Jason Johns got involved after his apparent hoarding problem.
I was having a hard time picturing the 20 tons, so I had to convert it into elephants. And so it's 4 medium-sized elephants.
Wow.
It's like going to Busch Gardens and having those elephants in your front yard.
No, it's not. Elephants are cute, and we're talking about piles of junk. You can't compare elephants to piles of junk.
From a
mass.
Yeah, weight standpoint. So you
whatever.
have 4 medium-sized elephants is equal to 20 tons.
Anyway, apparently the neighbors were contacting code enforcement all the time to complain. But 20 tons of trash. Last month, this guy, Johns, promised that he was working to clean up the mess. How the hell do you get 20 tons of trash in your front yard in St. Pete? How does that happen?
1 pound at a time.
By the way, I hear your kids in the background. Fester's he's still trying to do the show in the middle of the living room kitchen area.
Yeah, I'm at my kitchen table right now.
Oh, you
Hudson is.
Would you just grab the mic cord over to your kitchen table?
I actually have a wireless setup here.
Oh, okay.
If you saw the schlock operation that I'm working with right now, all my own doing, you'd be horrified. But I'm talking, I don't have my microphone plugged in. I'm talking into the microphone of the...
Was it like Mr. Microphone? Hey, good looking. We'll be back to pick you up later.
How are you talking? What are you talking
I have
into?
one of those.
I'm on the radio. Remember remember that commercial?
No.
You don't remember Mr. Microphone?
Oh, yeah, the little toy?
It was like $14.99, and you tuned to an FM radio, and it broadcast on some low 87 point something frequency.
Hey, Hadley, where's your pink microphone? Where's your Mr. Microphone?
No, we don't need that. All right,
we got one. I'm talking into the Surface Pro.
Really?
Oh, thank you, Don.
You're talking into the laptop?
I'm talking into it. So it's
Sounds
me,
better than the mic.
You know
my
what?
headphones.
That sounds better than Froggy's microphone setup when Froggy was home with COVID.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I'm completely wireless, and that's why I lost you, because I went outside to be more quiet.
Hey, Andrew, by the way, found the Mr. Microphone commercial. Roll that. Hit it.
Hey, good looking. We'll be back to pick you up later. You can broadcast in mono or with 2 or more radios in stereo.
Professional entertainers use Mr. Microphone for rehearsing.
No, they don't.
What?
No, they don't.
Right.
No, they
Michael Jackson.
Where's
my Mr. Microphone? I have rehearsals.
Professional entertainer Wayne Newton and
where's
Neil
my Mr.
Diamond use a
Microphone?
$14 Mr. Microphone. No, they don't. Anyway, I think that some neighborhoods probably have one of these nuisance nightmare houses with the piles of junk, and it looks like the one in St. Pete on 56th Street looks like it's been cleaned up or it's in the process of being cleaned up. That's
What a
good.
nightmare.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, listen to this. If you're a gas station employee, do not fall for a middle of the night phone call scamming you out of thousands of dollars. I don't know what kind. Listen, we call this morons in the news. I don't know what kind of moron would fall for this story. The Disney Springs Speedway. So you know where Disney Springs is?
Yeah.
All right, there's a Speedway gas station and convenience store.
That's right across the street, isn't it?
Yeah, and look, I think isn't it like adjacent? Isn't like I-4 is right down the street? And if I'm not mistaken, so more than $2,000 was stolen when an overnight employee, so this is like the overnight gas station clerk and the convenience store clerk, got scammed out of $2,000, was tricked by some fraudster who was posing as a corporate employee and said, yeah, we got to put all the store cash right now into a digital currency ATM.
Yes.
What was his corporate employee outfit? His disguise.
No. They didn't. No, they just called in.
They just called.
Yeah, they didn't show up like with a briefcase at 3:00 in the morning.
I got somebody here from corporate.
Yeah, 3:00 in the morning. Yeah, he's here to get a thirst buster and some beef jerky. Oh no, but what happened? Man, this is like just the newfangled way to rip people off. You know, the Bitcoin racket, and this is like a double racket here. On October 30th, so I guess the story was just released. I don't understand this. On October 30th, a store employee named Eric was working the overnight shift, got a call at 3 a.m. from somebody claiming to be his boss's boss.
Ooh.
According to the Orange County Sheriff's Incident Report, just released this month.
You don't know me. I'm your boss's boss.
The person on the phone sounded urgent. There was a FedEx rush delivery and an upcoming fire marshal inspection, the voice said. Eric, who's 30 years old, wrote down invoice numbers and tracking numbers on a note that law enforcement later found. The voice instructed Eric to send a picture of the fire extinguisher to make sure it was still valid. Then asked, they were like warming them up here. Then asked Eric to take pictures of the safe and all the money in the safe. Eric sent the pictures. My God, who's going to fall for this? You know, this is like the hotel clerks that fall for those scam calls where they want you to pull the fire alarm at 3 a.m, wake up everyone, then take the fire extinguisher and smash out the front windows of the lobby of the hotel. That stuff has happened, and you've had employees do the dumbest freaking things.
So, you know, it's funny, on Netflix right now, and it's on my to-watch list, is something called Don't Answer the Phone. And it's
Don't answer the phone.
I think it's about the guy in the panhandle of Florida who would call fast food places and have them strip search their employees.
Oh yeah.
That.
No. That was it happened in a multitude of places, but the big story happened in Kentucky, just outside of Louisville.
Yeah.
That's where the big story happened. I remember that. We talked about, and there's you know what? I've seen that movie.
It's on my...
You know what? There was a movie based on it, so maybe you're talking about a documentary. Anyway, so Eric is like getting buttered up here. He's being groomed. Okay, take a picture of the fire extinguishers. This must be the boss calling. This must be my boss's boss. Take a picture of the money in the safe and everything. So they then trick this guy into making this deposit. This abandoning the store. He was instructed to take the cash to a Bitcoin ATM. He abandons the store at 3:00 in the morning. The guy drove to a mobile gas station on South Apopka Vineland Road, which had a Bitcoin ATM, and he deposited more than $2,000 of the racetrack. It was a Speedway. He deposited more than $2,000 of the Speedway gas station's receipts, money from their cash register, and boom, it was too late to get the money back when Eric realized the caller on the phone was not a Speedway gas station supervisor.
You mean you're not my boss's boss?
Oh, my God.
Hey, I had someone text me. This happens all the time. I work for another large fuel company, and we get emails all the time about this and gift cards.
Oh, my God. Folks, if it sounds like it's not natural and normal, if it sounds like it's a little wonky, it probably is. Who leaves their job? Who abandons their post at their gas station convenience store at 3:00 in the morning to drive to a mobile station to put their money inside a Bitcoin ATM? What kind of schmuck on wheels do you have to be to fall for that crap? All right, well, that's why we call it morons in the news.
I didn't even know there were Bitcoin ATMs.
Oh, yes.
Where?
Listen, do a Google search. There are Bitcoin ATMs out there.
Weird.
Absolutely. All right, we'll finish up with the morons in the news. You got the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. It is 6:52. Weather tight windows. MJ Morning Show 7:03. And, man, I was just highlighting some of the items here that people leave behind at a particular business. MJ, Roxanne, and Froggy live in studio. Fester is at his home. And, folks, a very little-known fact to some of you is that Fester, who's at home, we hooked up the home broadcast setup because of his myasthenia gravis. Fester was live in studio yesterday, but was just completely floored. I mean, just so tired, and stayed home today. And you can hear all of the extraneous noise in the background of his house. Back there.
Yeah, well, did you hear me yelling at the kids?
No, I didn't. No.
Oh, okay, good. Because
We weren't on the. We want me to bring you up during like George Michael faith, so I can have gotta have faith, the faith, the faith, and you're screaming at the kids.
Get your
I don't know. I mean, it's almost time to leave. Hadley, put your shoes on.
You got the MJ Morning Show with details on Fester's former business. Now, Fester, what years did you own your tanning salon in South Tampa?
2004. Stop fighting, guys. Come on.
Yeah, we're on the freaking radio.
I'm talking to Mr. MJ here. Please, guys, stop fighting. He can hear it. 2004 to 2013.
All right, so that was a while. Now, Fester used to own, and it was called Planet Beach, right?
Oh, boy, was it.
And then you wanted to walk away from your franchise agreement, and then didn't you have, like, the sign removed in the middle of the night or something?
Yeah, I had some guy in Drew Park make me a new sign, and we boosted it down.
And then you became, like, South Tampa Tanning or something?
Yeah.
It's a very, very creative name, by the way.
Yes.
Very, very creative. Didn't he, like, take, like, leftover letters that he had to make you a sign so it was cheaper?
No two letters matched.
It was like
one of those serial killer notes.
It was a ransom note.
Yeah, ransom note.
You know what? That's when they cut little letters out of like magazines.
You're next.
We have your little girl, $5 million. Yeah, that's pretty funny. A shopping center with all the signs for the businesses. It looks like cutouts from a magazine, like a ransom
I have a
deal.
signage guy if you want to have one made.
All right, so Fester used to own this tanning salon, and it's in the same shop. It's in South Tampa. You know, you got the Moe's in there. It's on Neptune. So it's on Neptune.
It's by the cupcake place.
It's right, exactly. Right across, you got the Neptune Publix. You've got the Welcome to Moe's over there. You've got the cupcake place. You've got, Massage Envy was right next door, still is.
Are you going by there sometime soon? I mean,
Why?
I don't know. You're giving very detailed.
No, well, listen, I'm just trying. That's what I do. I'm just trying to describe where the damn place is in South Tampa. Anyway, so Fester, I saw this item, and I'm like, oh my God, we got to ask Fester what happened in his place. This woman posted a story about working in a tanning salon and all of the crap that people leave behind in the tanning booths. And this.
Oh, my God.
All right, so hold on. You hold your tongue, son, all right? And I want to hear if anything is even more disgusting than some of this or weirder than some of this. All right, so you got a tanning salon. This woman works there and then starts posting videos and pictures and is describing the stuff that people leave. And, of course, when a client goes into a I've never done a tanning booth in my life. I've never been in a tanning booth. I've never done a spray tan. This is all natural pasty white right here, okay?
You look really good orange.
Let's be very clear. So this woman, this is insane. So after each client, you go in, you've got to sanitize, you got to clean up the little tanning booth that they're in and the room that they're lying in. So you have typically a little trash pail, right, in each room, Fester?
Yeah, a little trash can. You had a towel in each room.
All right, listen to this. This woman says that inside it is not uncommon to find personal items, including, well, I'm not going to say that word, but what?
What word?
No, I'm not going to say. But pregnancy tests. People, wait a minute.
What?
People are taking pregnancy tests while they're in the. Don't you have to pee on a stick?
Well, I mean,
that's what Michelle did when we were having, trying to have kids.
I'm trying to tie this together. Fester, you can probably answer this question, but I think one of the questions they ask you when you're filling out the form, could you be pregnant when you're about to go into the tanning bed? Because you're not supposed to go into a tanning bed when you're pregnant. So I guess some people are like, let me just double check.
Yeah, I'll double check right now. I'll pee on this. What are some of the names of those things? Like,
oh, I don't know.
Like,
I only.
I don't know.
No, there are some that they're like brand names for those things.
I can't.
So who's taking a pregnancy test in the middle of a tanning salon booth? Okay.
PPT?
What?
Allison said EPT.
Oh yeah,
EPT, there you go.
EPT is one, absolutely. I know there's like pregnancy now, or I don't know. They're all different names. So also half-eaten food.
Yeah.
All right,
Ew.
listen to this. In the tannings, in the bed, in the actual bed that you lie in, some woman apparently, while she was tanning, was eating. I'm sorry, eating a kebab, and left lettuce shreds, onions, and tomatoes all up in the crevices of the tanning bed.
Oh my gosh.
Why would you eat, of all things, a kebab?
Do you know how long it's been since I've had a good kebab?
Oh my God.
Where's
been
the
a long
grill?
time.
I'm going to have a kebab while I'm tanning.
You know, that's really hard to eat in a tanning bed, obviously, because you can't move around
Don't
to
you have a
chew and sit up.
Bowl of soup while you're at
Yeah,
it.
exactly. But I mean, it stinks. Fester, wouldn't you agree that the inside of a tanning bed kind of smells like burnt French fries?
No,
gross.
I wouldn't compare it to delicious French fries, but
Like
you know,
burnt,
people,
like nasty ones.
people use lotions and people use their oils, and that stinks. And a lot of times, people use oils or activators with like a heat in it, so it smells very menthol sometimes.
All right,
But
so where are we? Where are we? So on inventory, where are we? All right, we have pregnancy tests. We have lettuce. We have tomatoes.
Well, you could just say kebab.
a kebab it covers everything.
We
Covers
have
it
the
all.
kebab. We have the onions and everything. You ready for the next item?
Yeah.
But
Yes.
corn on the cob.
She said she once found a giant turd under a paper towel.
Wow, that's
She
disgusting.
found a turd under a paper towel in the tanning bed. What?
I'll just cover this up.
Oh my! Nobody will see it.
Out of sight, out of mind.
What is going? All right. So Fester, you own the tanning salon again on Neptune in South Tampa, right across from Publix. You own that for, you said what, 8 years?
8 years, yeah.
All right.
Turn the white people brown, yeah.
All right. So what?
That was your slogan.
What did you guys find in your tanning? How many tanning rooms did you have there?
I think we had 10 rooms.
Okay.
And you got to remember, MJ, when people go tanning, sometimes it's the only time of the day they have to themselves without kids or bosses or their phone ringing.
Only time they have to go to the bathroom is while they're in your tanning bed.
Maybe not that far.
It's
but
Mr. Hanky.
we would often find people who would just take 5 minutes and clean out their purses. We would
That's
find
interesting.
We'd find old receipts. I found pregnancy tests before.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
What, like plus or minus? Or the one line, two lines? What?
I don't know, but you have it. It's in your purse. You clean your purse out and you throw it in the garbage can. You don't think about it again.
People are gross. People are.
Yeah.
Human beings are absolutely disgusting.
Do you think anyone ever tried to do it in your tanning rooms?
Well, no, because we were single rooms.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, but personally manipulating something, I believe that happened all the time.
Oh my God!
That's what I was
Oh
getting at.
my! Really?
Yeah.
I bet.
We never had
Gross.
couples go into a room, but I'm sure there were thousands of solo acts.
Oh my! That is nasty. Holy
Yeah.
crap! All right, Fester, you're a fast food connoisseur.
Connoisseur, yes.
And I know that this is a dream of yours. So hang on to that thought. When we get back, we'll talk to Fester again, who's lounging. You can hear his whole family getting ready for school and having breakfast in the background. Fester with his myasthenia gravis. It was actually a little too much for him to come into the studio yesterday. He was wiped out, so he's at home doing his portion of the show at home. I have an absolute fast food Fester fantasy. It might not be what you think. This might be a bit of a surprise. And I'm telling you, we probably get this story 5-6 times a year.
You have an FFFFF?
A fast food fantasy.
Fast food Fester
Or
fantasy?
the Future Farmers of America. Oh, no, that's FFA. FFF. Yeah, I got a fast food fantasy. Also, did you hear what happened on The View yesterday?
That show's
Here.
still on.
It is. You've got to hear what happened on The View. Speaking about stuff in tanning salons. All right, hold on. We'll get to that next. And also, speaking of like fast food, do you think that whole basketball Uber Eats thing is real? Or is that, this is bizarre. We have a long loaded And I haven't even scratched the surface of what is next. And of course, we begin the long hour and 20 minutes of nonstop, uninterrupted MJ Morning Show next here on Q105 and the MJ Morning Show. My buddy. 7:24. You want some of this smoke? I said, do you want some of this smoke?
Sure.
All right, now, there's another thing we got to talk about, and I'm sorry, when I saw that phrase just made me laugh. Do you know what that means? You want some of this smoke?
Yeah, you want to fight.
No. But hey, you're I'll explain in a minute. You want some of this smoke? And MJ here with Roxanne, Froggy. Fester is at home. Let's make sure we can hear Fester on the couch because we've got to talk about this Fester fast food fantasy. Fester, you comment on this every single time. I would have to say that you're probably out of the whole. Hold on. What are you holding up? Is that on? Is that on camera?
What
Yeah.
are you doing?
Roxanne?
Yeah.
No.
Does Andrew know that you're holding that up?
I just tapped on the glass and I was like,
Okay.
Andrew, take my camera.
why
Right.
are you-
Is this on MJ TV right now?
Roxanne, is that what you do?
Yeah, I'm giving, I'm communicating with the listeners.
All right, so
and the
Roxanne
viewers.
is holding up a sign that says "Happy Birthday,
Bart.
Bart and Abraham."
Yeah, 2 birthdays today.
Do we do that?
Bart and Abraham?
Roxanne grabbed a black Sharpie and wrote a little sign on an 8.5 by 11 piece of copy paper, and it says "Happy Birthday, Bart and Abraham."
No other show would do that.
Oh my God.
I was trying to do it and not disrupt our
Not
talking.
disrupt the show. You're holding up a white piece of paper like you're holding up like a protest sign.
So was the hope to get this on MJTV?
Yeah,
Well,
I just
it-
was
back
like,
later?
we can't talk about it, but I will put a
All right,
sign up
so-
for you.
So happy birthday,
no.
Bart and Abraham. Anyway, Fester, what is one of your fast food fantasies? I think I was saying before I was interrupted by Roxanne, holding up a sign like you're in the stands at a Bucks game. All right, so what is one of your fast food fantasies? Because you are probably I would say the most frequent consumer of fast food of any of the staff. And of course, you got your fast food racket going on where you have cups for every fast food restaurant in your trunk. So if you're thirsty, you just drop by, you pull into the lot, you go in the door with your cup, and then you go up to their soda machine, which they're all self-serve these days, and you just use the appropriate cup, Popeyes, McDonald's, whatever.
Dude, I've been stepping my game up. I have been almost exclusively Chipotle for a while. Wow. They've got some really good infused teas. It's top
Oh
stuff.
my God, it's theft.
It's
dude,
petty theft, yes.
It's theft.
Petty theft.
All right. Other than that, what is, and you have brought this story to me probably 5 times in the last year and a half. What is one of your fast food fantasies and you're waiting for it to happen, almost like trying to hit a good old scratcher?
All right, listen. There's so many. One, first of all, my relationship that I would like to have with Taco Bell. 2, the getting glazed by Krispy Kreme.
No. Dude,
1.
You give me this story and you've said, when is this going to happen to me?
Help me a little bit.
When you're handed your bag of fast
Oh
food.
my God! Stop!
Oh,
Stop! Okay. No. You confused it. You confused
You
it.
can't scream.
That's
What
not
do you mean I confused it? How is it not a fast food fantasy?
Okay, because that means it involves food. This is a financial fantasy.
Yeah,
Oh my God, MJ! If this happened to me,
Got another
I
one.
would be gone.
got another one.
Unbelievable. How does this happen?
Well, because when the fast food restaurants are piling up their cash to make a deposit, you don't carry a bank bag. You don't carry a bag that says, we've got a lot of cash in this bag. They'll put the cash, if they're sending an employee to the bank or the manager that's making a deposit, it's not uncommon that they put their deposits, a pile of cash. And keep in mind, most people are using credit and debit cards these days, or maybe apps. But these days, you still do have cash that people do pay. And it is not uncommon that the stores, they take their cash and they put it in one of their own bags. And you walk out of the store and people would just say, oh, they got a Whopper in there. They got a Big Mac in there or whatever. And another round of this brand new story. McDonald's mistakenly gave away $5,000.
God, what a dream.
Guy goes to the drive-thru, gets his order, and then they mistakenly gave him the bag with the deposit cash.
Didn't
like a
they
good
notice
promotion.
the bag was really heavy?
Oh man. Well, listen, if you get this was a McDonald's, you get a Big Mac, you get a large fry, then
$5,000.
yeah, $5,000. This is amazing. So the guy opens up the bag and finds $5,000. This was in Elkhart, Indiana.
Oh man,
Yeah.
the home of RV manufacturing.
Yeah, how about that?
Yeah, no, listen, that's more than a fast food fantasy. That is a financial goal academy. I would like call the Hollands if that happened.
Workers accidentally mixed up the customer's order with $5,000 that was supposed to be dropped off at the bank. They confused the bags. Anyway, what do you think the guy did?
Ran.
Returned the bag with the money, which is the right thing to do. But warning to all fast food restaurants, if you accidentally give Fester a bag of money instead of his food,
Never see me again.
What a chooch that guy is.
No kidding, Froggy, right? What a stunad.
yeah. By the way, the staff let him keep $200 for himself, and they're saying free food for a month.
A month.
A month? How about
Yeah.
free food for at least $5,000
Dude,
worth?
it's
Right?
the right thing to do. I would give the money back even if there was no cash reward, even if they
Whatever.
weren't giving me free food for a month. If they give you $5,000 in a bag that's supposed to go to the bank, that you do the right thing. You give the money back. That's why I'm just warning any fast food restaurants. If Fester gets your bag of loot, he's gone.
You're screwed. You'll never see. I'll come back the next day and pay you with your money.
Oh my, that's awful. that is terrible.
And I'll steal a drink and use a coupon.
Wow, double down.
Yeah, right?
You're the absolute worst, man.
Did I ever tell you the cheapest thing I ever did?
Oh my God. All right, Fester from home. Yes.
I did a remote at a Burger King, and the manager gave me a coupon
Yeah.
for a free Whopper.
Yeah.
But she gave me like 100 of them, right? And I'm like, oh, this is the best.
She gave you 100 free Whopper coupons?
just-
It,
like a
it was
stack?
like, yeah, it was to give me like a stack.
First of all, was it Julian? Yeah. So listen to this. I picked up Julian at the airport. This is when he came home for Christmas break. Before we all flew up to Canada to go skiing, before the whole family. Was it? No. Hold on. When was this? It was. I'm trying to remember. It was Julian. No, it wasn't Christmas. It must have been Thanksgiving. It was Thanksgiving break. Do you know how much he got? Like 2 double Whoppers, fries, and a drink. Do you know how much that is these days?
$20, $25.
It was like $25.
Wow.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
it's a lot.
oh my God. I mean, when did the prices go through the roof? 2 double Whoppers, and the kid was starving. Listen, he's 18 years old. I think it was like when he came home for Thanksgiving, and I picked him up at night, and it was late when he came in, and not much was open. We stopped at the Burger King on Kennedy, and near Kennedy and West Shore. And again, I was like blown away. 2 double Whoppers. I mean, the kid was starving. And fries. And I'm like, $26. It might have been $27. It was like,
Oh, my
what
God.
the? Unbelievable. I had no idea.
Crazy.
Yeah. So I don't care what fast food restaurant you go to,
Right.
get the app. I mean, whether it be Burger King or Wendy's or
All right, so what? You got a whole stack of coupons, and what happened?
she gave me 100 free Whoppers. So I used them all the time.
Oh, my God.
Except anybody who knows me knows that I am only a Whopper with cheese person. So they would charge me 40 cents. So I would bring a slice of cheese from home.
Wait a minute. The Whopper coupon did not include the slice of cheese, so you had to pay
No.
40 cents?
Yeah, so I used it. I'm like, I'd like a Whopper with cheese. And she's like, okay, 42 cents. I go, for what? She's like, the cheese. I'm like, crap. So I would bring a slice of cheese from home, order my Whopper, open it, put my slice of cheese on it, and it was like all free.
Breathe on it
That
so it
is,
melts.
that is pretty freaking cheap. All right, so hey, you want some of this smoke? You want some of this smoke?
From Burger King, yeah.
All right, listen to this. I like that phrase, by the way, but this is a pretty bizarre situation. A Polk County physical education teacher. Now, like a male PE teacher, you know the old stereotype, he's got the the high socks on with the.
Yeah.
Remember the old tube socks we used to wear when
With
we
the
were
colored
kids?
stripes?
The different colored stripes, the blue stripes. Anyway, this is the image I have of this guy, like with a crew cut, a whistle around his neck.
Those short shorts.
Yeah, exactly. The really like uncomfortably short gym shorts that the guy's wearing. Listen to this. Did you just go ooh?
Yeah. I had a visual. Thank
All
you.
right. So a physical education teacher was arrested on Sunday. This dude, according to the Polk County Sheriff's Office, the guy's name is Devonta Gilmore, 31 years old, of Lakeland. He goes to the Champions Gate area to pick up his girlfriend's belongings. He wasn't on the visitors list. So the security guard at the gate turns him away. The guy says, no, I need access. I'm going to pick stuff up. He said, sir, you're not on the security list here at the gate. I can't let you in. The guy apparently tried another entrance, was also denied access at another Champions Gate entrance to get into the gated community. He became so pissed off, he said to the security guard, quote, you want this smoke? You want this smoke?
Yeah.
You want a bump? And then he told that to the guard and then pulls a firearm from his waistband.
Ooh.
Oh, he's going to shoot him.
So that's a thing. So if you're threatening to shoot somebody, it's you want this smoke.
Yeah, because there's a gun smoke
Yeah,
after?
after you pull the trigger, you get the smoke that comes out of the barrel.
I wouldn't know.
But I never heard of that expression. You want this smoke?
You never heard that?
You want this smoke? You want this smoke?
I would use that very rarely.
And then the bump, I thought it was like a fighting term, like you're going to bump chests or something. But
I thought it was a bag of Coke he was
Man,
going to pull out.
I learn something new every day. I'm going to start saying, if like you tick me off, Froggy, I'm going to say, you want some of this smoke?
No, don't say that. That means you're going to shoot them. You get shot back.
All right.
Depends on what strain you have.
Yeah, so deputies were called, and then they searched the area for this guy, Gilmore. They found him hiding in his car in a Publix parking lot. He admitted brandishing the gun, and he told deputies that he had pled with the security officer to let him into the subdivision. He felt disrespected. He explained that bump meant physical fighting, but I got to believe that you want this smoke means you want to get shot. He was arrested for aggravated assault on a security officer. That's a second-degree felony. How about that?
yeah.
All right. The guy works for Wackenhut. I mean, really, a second-degree felony?
Dude, you can't threaten. I don't care who it is. You don't threaten anybody.
No.
You want this smoke?
Yeah. Hey, speaking of fast food, is this real? There is a video that's gone viral, and they claim that it's an Uber Eats guy walking on the court in the middle of play during a Loyola Duquesne basketball game, and the guy's got a McDonald's bag, and he's like an Uber Eats driver delivering to the court and walks onto the court in the middle of the game.
To a player?
No,
The ref.
This has gotta be staged.
That's what
It's gotta be for
that's what
clicks.
I said this to Michelle last night. I'm like, this has got to be some publicity stunt. This cannot be real. So I want to play this audio for you. Andrew, can we get this video up on mjmorningshow.com? Would you please? All right, Andrew will get this up on mjmorningshow.com in videos mentioned on the MJ Morning Show. Here, listen to what happened.
We'll let it go into the bench, and Loyola would take over 10 minutes before we get a stoppage. And we got an official's timeout. And somebody came on the floor on the far side looking for an Uber Eats delivery or something there. Is carrying some McDonald's.
Oh, this has to be one of the all-time
I'm
greats.
actually not kidding.
No,
I
this
think,
is the
I
truth.
think that's what's happening.
This guy's in the corner. Looked like was he going to deliver the McDonald's to somebody on the court? Can we rule that out?
He's
All right, is this some kind of is this a paid advertisement?
It is.
Is this some kind of a stunt, like a completely unorthodox, like a guerrilla type? Is this a paid
I
commercial?
can't tell if those guys are acting or not.
They're acting. I'll tell you why. Because
Yeah,
this is
go
the
ahead.
first. I haven't read this story.
Yeah.
This is the first I'm hearing of it. But if you just listen to them, he was just very clear. And it's almost like an Uber Eats. And the fact that he said he didn't say food delivery. I know Uber Eats is the most popular, but I just feel like it's staged. This is a commercial.
Do you think that's what I'm saying? Is this like a new way to inject a commercial into play-by-play in a college basketball game? This was Loyola Chicago, the Ramblers, a basketball game against the Duquesne Dukes, and suddenly you got a guy on the court with a McDonald's bag, and they're saying Uber Eats. Here's the rest of the audio. Listen.
I think that's an Uber Eats sticker. Is that what that is? I'm trying to get confirmation. Uber Eats, yes.
Maybe I'll put my hand up. I'm getting a little hungry. You can bring it over here.
So we saw the stoppage. The man was usher. Let's see if we can see this. No, this is going to be the turnover in the
There
corner.
he is, right there in the corner. Yay.
So this guy is actually, who's he delivering it to?
The ref.
The
ref
official?
said later. Right. Give it to me later, not now.
Philip Alston's done a lot. I didn't think he needed a Big Mac for sustenance in the middle of the game.
I know, but I'm not. Well, the official out there, Tim.
Is this a paid commercial for McDonald's and Uber Eats?
What this is some hack college basketball announcer filling time trying to be funny. The stunt is the person on the court who's.
Fester, what we're trying to say, Fester, what, are you an expert on this all of a sudden? What we're saying is this reeks of the announcers being in on like product placement or a commercial.
Okay, no college wants people to walk on their court.
I didn't think so.
Exactly, so that's why it has to be a setup.
These are just stiff, awful...
Well, hold on. So you think that an Uber Eats guy really walked on the court with a bag of McDonald's?
No, I think some YouTubers doing it as a stunt, and the announcers are just reacting to it, buying it.
All right, so that's, I said early on, I'm like, is this a stunt? Is this a commercial? Is this some unorthodox product placement? And,
unorthodox product placement is Roxanne holding up happy birthday signs in the middle of her show to her camera. That's unorthodox.
Anyway,
okay?
So that video is going viral, and I just have questions, whether it's a prank, like you said, a YouTube deal, or whether it could possibly be a commercial. Here, a little more.
I didn't say now. Later. That's got to be unbelievable. That's got to be something that the highlight shows are going to have a blast with.
Hey, Froggy, that play-by-play guy sounds like it might be Hal Herman's cousin.
Dude, that guy, there's no way that guy's real. He sounds like a hack.
No, but I'm telling you, they're the play-by-play guys, either for the Loyola Chicago Ramblers or the Duquesne Dukes.
You know what they sound like, those two guys? They sound like the morning radio team on Groundhog Day.
Groundhog Day.
Yeah, they do. You're right.
They sound just like
Rise
that.
and shine.
It's Monday.
It's Groundhog Day.
Groundhog Day.
Hey, the temperature's going to be cold. Oh, look, an Uber Eats guy is walking onto the court. Hey. Anyway, I'm sure, is there anything, I couldn't see anything last night, but we're calling shenanigans here. Either commercial or some kind of YouTube prankster. But the announcers sound a little staged.
Yeah,
They're
they
sound different.
Yeah.
That guy doesn't sound like an announcer at all. I don't think his voice would get him a job. He's like,
Except Loyola Marymount basketball. Yeah. With 2 listeners.
All right, let me play an audio clip from yesterday's The View on ABC. Why are you giggling?
Oh, yeah,
well, you know it's coming.
I do.
You find this funny? Is this your level of humor?
It's our level of humor.
Yeah, okay. All right, fine. All right. Here's the audio bite from The View from ABC yesterday. Listen.
But is it true that Trump had nuclear secrets? It's been reported, but we don't know the specifics. But just real quick, I was...
Did you hear that, Froggy?
Holy cow, wait a minute.
Is that Wendy Williams?
All right.
Did somebody drop a bomb?
Yes.
A nuclear bomb?
So it has nothing to do with, they're talking about Trump for whatever reason. The audio really has nothing to do with Trump. It's what happened while they were speaking. They could have been speaking about anything. All right, listen.
But is it true that Trump had nuclear secrets? It's been reported, but we don't know the specifics. But just real quick, I was... we had a little spillage on the other side of the table. My pants. All right, go ahead.
Was that a...
Yes.
Well, then she acts like it sounded like somebody dropped something and somebody went.
She dropped it.
They tooted and then they're laughing and then
specifics. But
there's the ISO of it. Listen, on The View.
Specifics. But
by the way, yesterday's show stunk.
Specifics. But specifics, but
I had some speed on it.
Are you that easy, Roxanne? Is that... What do you say? Use your words. Communicate.
That came out fast.
Man,
That's
it
how
really
they
came
go.
out of nowhere.
That's how they go,
But-
Rox.
Whoa.
specifics, but
The view, ladies and gentlemen.
specifics, but
The smell.
specifics, but
I sent the story to you, MJ, and I read it before I
Right.
listened to it and watched it.
Yeah.
And when you read the story, it says that, someone leaned over, they scooted their chair, and I thought, well, maybe it was just the chair that made a noise. And that's happened. I don't know if you know that, but that's happened in this room before. Like after the show, the guys will leave, I'll be talking to you, and I'll bump into Fester's chair, and it kind of makes like a
specifics, but
tootie sound. Yeah. And then I'll do it again and again, so
right.
that was not me, that was the chair.
All
But
right,
that was
let's-
no chair in the view.
Let's analyze again. Here's the full clip. Let's put on our forensic audio headphones. Let's listen very carefully.
But is it true that Trump had nuclear secrets? It's been reported, but we don't know the specifics. But just real quick, I was.
Oh my God! and then the first
we had a
one.
little spillage on the other side of the table. My pants. All right, forget it. Go ahead.
And then they start giggling. So they know. No, who giggled? Was that like whoever smelt it dealt it, or who?
I would be laughing out loud.
Who's the So who's the giggler? Is it the person that dropped the bomb on The View yesterday?
Right, but
That's
they-
a nervous laugh.
If they giggled so quickly after, they knew it was coming and they
Guys,
were reacting.
You're missing
to
the
it.
giggle before it happened.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me hear it again.
break this down.
Hold on.
But is it true that Trump had nuclear secrets? It's been reported, but we don't know the specifics. But just real quick, I was.
Yeah.
There's
Oh,
this-
She said whoops like she knew it was coming.
Yes, she knew.
Hold on. Was there a whoops before?
Yes. Yes.
Well, there was a cup spill at the same time.
yeah, there, something spilled. That's why. So there's a
Oh,
series of events. We have to break
okay.
this down.
So the whoops, was it did the cup spill?
Okay.
Someone quickly like reached and then that's what caused the
The bend over to pick it up.
Is that what it was?
So the first word after the toot, the first thing she says is "but."
Specifics, but. Specifics, but. Specifics, but.
There you go.
That thing was itching to come out.
From they're calling it not The View, they're calling it the PU instead.
I feel better for her.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Now who was it? Do we know who it was?
Some
It
people.
was Star Jones.
Was it a whoopee toot?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
No, but Whoopi, apparently Whoopi famously, didn't she drop a bomb like in 2014?
Yeah.
I think
No,
she
seriously,
did.
Whoopi Goldberg did. I don't know if we still have the audio of that, but Whoopi Goldberg apparently dropped the biscuit back in 2014. Back in 2014
Oh, whoopie pie.
on the View. Wow, how about that? All right, now this is typically, folks. This is typically like an internet urban legend. This is like along the same lines as if you're driving down a dark road and a car is coming at you with their bright lights on. Do not, I repeat, do not give them the flash to let them know that their brights are on, because it could be a gang initiation and then they turn around and they murder you.
It's true.
You remember that? Remember these? What are some of the other like internet urban legends? You know, the old payphones. Be careful if you stick your finger in the payphone coin return slot. There's like an AIDS infected needle in there. You know, what are some of the other ones?
If you step on a crack, you'll break your mother's back.
That's
Oh
not,
my
co- not
God.
that's, yeah, that's not really the same thing. All right, movie theater seats. What are you saying, Roxanne? All right, so remember there was a thing with movie theater seats. Be careful that the people are putting like AIDS-infected needles underneath like the movie theater seats. So seats, if you reach, you might get stuck.
How about the poison like Tylenol or?
Well, that was real.
Oh yeah, that was.
That was awful, Froggy. People died.
All right, that was real. Guys, come on.
Okay, if you go to another country and then you drink too much, you might wake up in a bathtub with ice packs on your stomach and you got a kidney taken out.
You're getting warmer here. Okay. No, but there's one other like internet urban legend story that was like big back in the 90s. And
Pop rocks and soda.
No. Come on.
Oh, you have to be careful to get butt implants because people might actually use material from Home Depot.
No.
Oh, that's real too.
That's
Wait,
real?
that's real?
That's real. She's right.
But that's not what we. All right. Internet urban legend. Come on. There are a couple. There are like two more biggies.
My God,
Right,
can you just
so you
tell us?
know?
Yes.
Then tell us.
Give it to us.
I'm trying to get you to guess. All right, let me give you a hint.
Please.
Gas station.
Oh, you get pricked in the
okay.
hand.
Yeah. Okay. So what's the story?
That there's AIDS needles in the gas pumps.
Well, or close. So there's a new story that is circulating, and apparently it's true. In North Carolina, police are warning of razor blades that people are putting on the gas pump handles.
Oh, come on.
And I have a picture. I have an actual picture of a gas nozzle that was released by the Forest City, North Carolina Police Department, where they've located multiple instances of razor blades being placed in the gas pump handles.
Wow.
And I saw this. I'm like, oh my, this is like internet stuff from 1996. Are you kidding me? Really? And yeah, they have a picture, and it's been multiple times that some sicko is attaching, they're gluing or taping razor blades to the handle. So you grab the gas pump, the nozzle to fill up your car, and you grab a freaking razor blade and slice your finger.
Yeah, show me a bloody finger. I don't believe this.
Dude, I don't think the Forest City, North Carolina Police Department, I'm looking at the picture, which is a source of theirs. This came from a local television station in North Carolina. I'm reading their story. Be careful when you fill up. Lieutenant Brandon Rothrock said that the blades came to their attention during an inspection of the pumps by the Department of Agriculture, because you have, those are like the agencies that make sure that the weights and measures and the pumps are accurate. He made us aware earlier today. He said he was checking some yesterday and found some in Ellenboro at a Rocco station. So that led him to check some of our other local stations, and he found one at 74 Junction. It also happened at another gas station on Oak Street in Forest City. No explanation on why someone would do this, but the cops are warning people to look at the gas nozzle and the handle and the little squeeze trigger to make sure that some sicko didn't attach a razor blade in there.
These sound like the most back road gas stations in all of North Carolina.
Yeah, I'm from, Virginia Beach, did a good portion of my life there, and I got to be honest, I never heard of Forest City, North Carolina.
Yeah.
Hang on, I'm going to look it up on my Google Maps.
How about snakes in a mailbox? Was that a real one?
Scorpions.
Yeah, scorpions.
Scorpions in a mailbox. All right, Forest City, North Carolina. I'm looking at the map. All right, where the hell is this? Near Rutherfordton. Where the hell is that?
Rutherfordton. Yeah, we love that.
Okay, it is. Oh, man, this is in the sticks. It is like 30 miles to the east of Hendersonville. Yeah, this is in like western North Carolina, up in the mountains. Yeah, this is the sticks. But
yeah, hey, we got an epidemic of razor blades in our gas pump.
Apparently so, folks. If Fester sounds different today, it's because he is at home. Myself and Roxanne and Froggy were in the studio. Fester was really you were worn out yesterday, and while we're talking about you being worn out and your myasthenia gravis, and Fester was in our studio yesterday, but man, it really it took you for a loop.
Yeah, it took everything I had to do it, and it took me all day to recover. It really was a hard day.
So Fester coming into the studio, this was a feat for Fester yesterday, and. And I guess we got to tell the elevator story. I mean, this is this is crazy. So one of the issues with Fester coming into the studio, remember, Fester was in Tampa General Hospital for 5 days with his IV treatment, and Fester made his triumphant return to our studio yesterday. He came in after the first hour. We said, listen, you don't have to be here at 6. Just come on in at 7. Fester took an Uber to the station, and part of the deal with getting him to come back was we had to have the elevator working, because Fester said there's no way I can walk up the stairs because of the myasthenia gravis, and he's still dragging. Fester comes to the station because the elevator was fixed, but it wasn't fully in service because the building management had said that the elevator they think was like stopping like a quarter inch above or below. And listen, a quarter inch, and they were worried about people tripping. I'm like, it's a quarter inch.
You gotta have code.
Listen, absolutely. Should the elevator be flush when it goes to the floor? Absolutely. But they thought it was like not happening every time. They thought that maybe it was random and it wasn't happening. So they said to me, all right, we'll make sure the elevator's in service for Fester's arrival. And they did. They put it into service.
Yep.
Fester takes the elevator up yesterday morning. You heard Fester live in studio. Everything was fine. And then it's time for Fester to leave. The elevator's out of service. I'm like, what? The elevator broke. Other people were using the elevator. The elevator broke down. It took 6 months to fix the elevator from August until like yesterday. And then the elevator breaks down. They take it out of service. So Fester could not take the elevator back down. Fester was not able, and you couldn't walk down the stairs. So I called the management company. They had already texted me. By the way, Marcy at the Bay Point management office, very responsive, and they were very caring. And they said, when I was like, we need the elevator for an employee, she even said, oh, is this for Fester? I'm like, yep. So they know. They must listen to us. They know what's going on around here. They know when we complain about the air conditioning. So
they know.
The elevator was busted after hours in service, and Fester couldn't get down. So they said, call us. We'll assist. So I called the management office here, and then, unbelievably, within minutes, there is this whole procession of golf carts, the security guy, the engineer, the maintenance people. Oh my God, here they come. It's like it's a parade of golf carts. They send 4 people to our studio building to help Fester down the stairs. They send 4 people. I mean, we got 4 guys. Yeah, they all they swarm. It was like a golf cart swarm. Here they come.
They came from everywhere.
Yeah, those golf cart guys are good dudes.
So
they'll get you out of a jam.
They rush into the building. And this music was playing, by the way.
Yeah, they had speakers on the golf carts.
Exactly. This was blaring out of speakers on their golf carts. All right, so they all rush upstairs, and 2 of them grab Fester's arm. There's a spotter in the back, another guy in the front. I'm in the front as well. And we all assisted Fester like one step at a time, walking down the stairs, which it's an open stair deal, like in the middle of the lobby that goes up to our second floor. But there was no elevator, so they sent all these folks from the office complex to help Fester walk down the stairs.
No, it was real nice of them. They're a bunch of great guys. I really appreciate their help.
It was very nice of them. But why the hell's the elevator broken after like 3 hours in service after it took 6 months to fix this damn thing?
So I talked to Wade yesterday from Two College Brothers.
Yeah.
And he could have come here with like a refrigerator dolly.
Oh, that's the next thing.
We'll taken me downstairs.
We'll have Two College Brothers deliver Fester up and down. Yeah. Well, hey, let's put that Hannibal Lecter face mask on you also. We'll put you in a straitjacket, the Hannibal Lecter face mask, and you can say, and by the way, one last thing, Senator. Love your suit. That's what you ought to do. Ugh. Oh, that's great. Two College Brothers with a moving dolly, with a refrigerator dolly. We strap Fester right to that. You'd be like a Frigidaire.
When you said I was going home from the hospital on Saturday on your Instagram, Wade called me. He's like, if you need a ride, I'll send a truck.
Yeah, we'll send a 28-foot moving truck to pick you up. We'll load you right up. We'll wrap you in some moving blankets.
Funny.
Hey, can I ask a question?
Sure.
Yeah.
Has anyone on the show seen this new Avatar movie?
I have no interest.
No.
All right, what did you say, Froggy?
I don't have any interest. I never saw the first one.
Same deal. All right, now, I saw the first one reluctantly, and I hated it.
See, I liked the first one.
Oh, my God. I hated that blue freak show. I hated that with a passion. So when I first saw the trailer to Avatar, and this is what, 10, 12 years? When was it? What year was the damn thing?
Oh, it
like
was
2008,
11,
2009,
yeah.
whatever the hell it was.
I'll look it up.
There was all kinds of hype, 2009. All right, so Avatar 1 was 2009. And there was so much hype on this movie, and James Cameron, it took forever to make, and this was his big movie after the Titanic. And I just, for whatever reason, from the moment I saw the images of those blue freak monster things, I had no interest in this thing. And then people, Avatar. Then it goes over $1 billion at the box office. Avatar. So finally, we never went to the theaters. It came out on like Blu-ray, which is very fitting because Blu-ray. Yeah. Right, so it comes
because the movie Blue.
That too. So it comes out on Blu-ray, and we watch it on my little home theater setup. And my God, I don't think I've hated every second of a movie like that ever in my existence.
Every second.
I hated the movie.
What is it even about? Like another? Is it another planet?
It's a fantasy.
I hated it.
It's a cartoon, isn't it?
But here we have the new Avatar movie out, and I have no desire. I'm telling you, I'm not going to watch it when it starts streaming. If it's free on Netflix, I'm not watching it. But the thing is, it's already passed $2 billion in sales.
Who?
I don't.
Watching this?
That's what I want to know. Who the hell is going to this thing?
Right?
It's sort of like the Star Wars crowd, I bet. The people who like that sort of thing, or they like that sort of thing.
Oh my! I have no interest. Listen, folks, I don't want to offend anybody. If you're into the whole Smurfy blue Avatar gunk, then listen, that's your prerogative. If that's your thing, I don't want to take anything away from you, but I think it sucks.
No, do not compare
What?
Smurfs to avatars, because Smurfette, oh man,
Don't say
she
it.
did it.
Oh,
Actually, that Smurf movie is pretty good.
there's a Smurf movie?
I'm just telling you right now, I don't get the Avatar thing. I have no interest in Avatar. I reluctantly watched the first one, and it ruined my life, and I have regrets to this day. I have, it was awful, and now I'm hit with all this, the commercials and all the hype on the second Avatar, and I got no thought. All right, let me give you the trip a day deal here. The trip a day song for today to win a day trip for two to Discovery Cove in Orlando to swim with the dolphins is Africa and Toto. All right? So you're listening for Africa, where you'll hear one of the smoothest lyrics ever about Kilimanjaro, right?
Yeah, really shoehorned it.
Oh, man, that is such a smooth lyric in that song. So listen up for Africa by Toto. It'll happen in the 3 o'clock hour. When you hear it, be the seventh caller to win the Q105 trip a day. Good luck from Q105. Oh, one other thing. And then we got to get into, I had a teaser yesterday about when I go shopping, there's a massive problem. And I'm serious. I noticed this. It doesn't matter where it is. It's place after place. I'll give you examples. When I go shopping, this is a major problem, and it's driving me batty. I'll explain in a minute. First, though, talking about movies, this whole 80s for Brady deal.
Oh, I'm going to go to the premiere of
All
that.
right, so they're doing...
or not the premiere,
but
like
there's
the screening.
there's some sneaks.
Yeah,
I think
I'm doing
this
it on Tuesday.
All right, so you're doing an actual movie company
Yes, I am.
theater preview.
Yes.
So are we giving out tickets and inviting listeners, or are we doing it online?
No. I'm
So
just,
is this a hobby of yours? You're just showing up and hi, I'm Roxanne.
Only exclusive media people of a certain age.
Wait, who hired you? What is this event? Tell me.
I'm going next Tuesday. It's a screening for 80 for Brady.
So who?
And I just got all the company out in Hollywood.
Are you hosting it?
No, I'm just going to the movie and I'm reviewing it, and then I'm going to tell you guys about it on the show.
Oh, you're just going to it.
Yeah, I'm just going to it.
Oh, I thought you were hosting
no.
some kind of special screening.
No.
All right, so you were invited by the movie company?
Yes.
So they sent you an email?
In fact, they sent me some of those, what are those things called? Those things I can't think of the word right now, but they sent
Flare
me some
gun?
tchotchkes. They sent me some tchotchkes related to the movie.
You did like a gun in the air. I'm like, you did. I'm like, what, they sent you a flare gun?
No, what are those called? You stick your hand in them and
a number one finger, a foam finger. They sent you.
Thank you.
They sent you a 80 for Brady number one foam. Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
So you're still on the whole Hollywood junket.
Yeah.
Like they think you're a movie reviewer.
They don't think. They know because I'll review it to you guys.
Now, what's the buzz on this thing? It just seems like a bizarre concept.
Came out of nowhere, didn't
about
it?
these. Yeah, it seems. Well, I remember hearing something about it last year that there was some kind of movie about these octogenarian ladies and they were all hot for Tom Brady. And I think there's a scene.
Ew, that's what it's about.
It's a hot
octogenarian 80 for Brady.
Dude, it's called.
I didn't know it was about Tom Brady.
Yeah, what do you think it's about? Oh, you got 80-year-old women that want to bone Brady.
What do you think? The Brady Bunch?
One of them wants
to Brady.
I didn't know it was
One
that
of them wants to do Gronk.
Well, yeah, there's a scene where one of the old ladies, was it Lily Tomlin? She's like 85 years old, and she's like staring at Gronk's junk in the locker room.
Oh,
good for her.
What a cheeseball idea.
I think Gronk went, hey,
no, he didn't.
Hey, do you have the trailer, Andrew? Do you have it ready to go? All right, we're playing this. It's not the trailer, it's a commercial. We're actually playing this on the radio station. This commercial is running. It just ran like a couple of commercial breaks ago. All right, listen to this. Here, listen.
This Saturday, be the first to see 80 for Brady at a special sneak preview.
I'm in.
Lily Tomlin, Jane Fonda, Rita Moreno, and Sally Field.
Y'all look fabulous.
80 for Brady, sneak preview.
Rita Moreno, she was like in West Side Story in 1962 or something. She's like, that's more like 100. I think that's like 100 for Brady. Is she 80 or 100?
They just re-released West Side Story, so she's gotten a lot of buzz in the last couple.
Well, they did a remake. They didn't just release the old one. They Steven Spielberg did the new one, right?
Right, but she came back into the arena with that.
So 80 for Brady.
If I knew what I was going to do, I'd have already done it.
And of course, Tom Brady plays himself.
I'm 45 years old, man. There's a lot of going on.
Yeah, like a bunch of 80-year-old women trying to get in my pants.
If I knew what I was going to do, I'd have already done it.
Anyway, is it
60 for Chris Christie? I couldn't think of anything else.
So for Chris Christie, former New Jersey governor,
yeah, the big fat guy. So it's just like they made the movie because 80 rhymes with Brady.
How about a very hefty lady? How about 460 for Chris Christie?
There you go.
Yeah, how about there you? But what's the buzz on this thing?
Well, I'll tell you on Wednesday.
Well, first of all, why does our commercial say be the first on Saturday and you're going on Tuesday? That's like 3 days later.
I know.
You're getting hosed.
Whoa. This like bend it like Beckham.
But are there any like advanced reviews? Is there any word, any buzz on this thing? Is this thing supposed to be good?
Is Tom Brady in the movie?
Yeah, he makes I guess. Hey, Fester, you've seen what, a cameo on that? What have you seen?
I saw the longer trailer.
Right.
And Brady's in it, Gronk's in it. I think Edelman's in it. You know, so a bunch of.
Hey, does Robert Kraft get a massage in a?
No, all the women are too old.
80 for Spanky. No,
all the women are too old for Robert Kraft.
That's funny. All the women are older than Robert Kraft.
They are. I actually want to see it.
It looks so cheesy.
It looks awful, but I want to see it.
Well, we don't know if it's awful. It might be really good.
Oh, I'm sure it's going to be great.
Is Tom Brady like an executive producer of this thing, or is he getting money? Is he getting paid?
Yeah. What is he going to be at the
he
premiere?
opened up a production company or something.
Did
he? I'm going to make movies all about me.
I think he's got a million things going on. All right, let's move on here. It is 8:06 at the MJ Morning Show. Running. This is good for me. I'm only 6 minutes late. This is great for me. This is driving me nuts, and I might even take phone calls on this, but this, hey, Andrew, you had a call on hold that you wanted us to take. Is that, hey, Andrew, there was a call on hold that you wanted us to take. Is that still on hold, or what did the call want earlier? What did they want to say?
He was somebody who lived in that town. He was a British man who lived in the town with razor blades.
Oh,
he wanted to mention that, yes.
In North Carolina, a guy from North Carolina with the razor blades in the gas pump handles called us? Oh, wow. All right. Well, I guess I missed the call. This is driving me nuts, and I want to know if this has affected you, Roxanne, you, Froggy, you, Fester, or any of our listeners. We're having an epidemic of people that don't know where the hell anything is or what the hell is going on in the places where they work.
I've seen that.
All right, I'm telling you right now that this has happened to me at Home Depot. It's happened to me at Walmart. You ask employees where something is in the store, I don't know what is going on, but they know nothing. It used to be you go to Home Depot and you find like Jerry with the orange smock on, and he's got all kinds of pins and stuff, and you ask him, yes, I need a tenth of an inch finishing screw with a bronze coating that is non-ferrous, and he'll say, yep, that'll be aisle 8, bin 16, shelf 1. And I have gone to Home Depot or even Lowe's. I'll bounce back and forth, Home Depot, Lowe's. I'll tell you where they do know stuff. And this, the Ace Hardware on Beta Bay, they know places. They know where their stuff is. I mean, the mom and pop places, you ask where stuff is, they know where their stuff is. I was, last weekend, I stopped off at the Ace Hardware right on Beta Bay in South Tampa, and I had to pick up a couple of things. They knew exactly where everything was. But I've also been again to Lowe's and Home Depot, and they don't know anything. Walmart, I needed like a battery. I was looking for the Panasonic lithium battery, and they know nothing. I was looking for like saline solution. They had no idea where the thing is. I mean, I'm looking all over. I mean, it was in the the pharmacy area, but I am blown away. Is it so tough to get employees that they're just hiring anybody with no training? Shouldn't this be a thing that somebody at a Home Depot ought to know where stuff is, or a Walmart where crap is?
That's a big learning curve, man. You can't know where everything is.
Dude, it's
that's a good point,
It's
Fester.
time
That's
after
legit.
time, though. It is nonstop. It is now more the rule rather than the exception. When I go to one of these big box stores, they have no idea where anything is in their store.
Doug just texted me. He said, when you meet someone there who actually knows something, it feels strange.
Doug just texted you? So
Yeah.
Doug knows, that's Dig Doug, Roxanne's
He
fiance.
goes there all the time. And
So
he's like, when you talk to someone who actually knows something, you're shocked.
Will he take my call?
When I worked at
talk to Doug.
All right, maybe not.
When I worked at Publix, I used to dread being asked where something was.
You know what? I want to go to phones here. Oh, look at the phone. Phone's already ringing. All right, 800-990-1047. I'm telling you, this is a problem. 800, folks, if you're a manager, if you manage a big box store or any kind of store, would you please just figure out how to make sure your employees know where things are? Where's the plywood? And they'll send you down to the light bulb aisle. I mean, how tough is it to tell me where the plywood is? Yeah.
Plywood.
All right, 800. Let's go to phones. Are you experiencing the same thing that I am? It's driving me nuts. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. If you have the same deal going on, or, hey, rat out a store. What store do you go into and they have no idea where anything is, and you got to, you're on your own. It's like every person for themselves and trying to find out where the inventory is in the store. There was a time, like I said, you walk into a store, a Walmart, you walk into Home Depot, they knew exactly where to send you, and now, forget it.
There's a store that I like to go to. It's a small business, and I buy gifts there for babies and stuff. It's called Seedlings. And when I go in there, they walk me around. They help me find stuff.
Yeah, that's on Southdale Mabry.
I love that place.
Yeah, that's near the Publix. That's near, what is that? Near...
is it Neptune?
Yeah, it's near... Yeah, I think it is. It's right near... It's that little shopping center, the Carriage House Plaza or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
I literally... It's right. I literally walk out of there, and I feel so strange. I'm like, did I just time travel back to when people wanted to help you?
Where there was customer service? Wow. All right, phones are jammed, man. I'm telling you, I'm not the only one with this dilemma. Let me bring up the call screener. Fester usually does this, but he's at home. How about Jim in Port Richey? Jim, you're on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Hi.
Yeah, MJ, how you doing?
Doing well. Go ahead.
If you remember, years ago at the Home Depot, each specialty department had somebody that was actually qualified. Like if you went into the electrical department, you had an actual electrician working there.
Oh, yeah, you know what? You're right. You used to have
somebody that used to be a retired person.
Yeah, you used to get some 72-year-old genius that used to be a master electrician, and this guy could wire your house in his head.
So if you had any questions at all, they would be able to assist you and help you. Same with the plumbing department, the carpentry department. and now you just got a bunch of kids that know nothing.
They don't even know where the screws are. They don't know where the paint is.
And you were also right about Ace Hardware. Any Ace Hardware I've ever gone into, they know exactly where everything is.
Yep, that's been my experience.
Well, they say Ace is the place.
Ace is the place, except they got all politically correct because it used to be Ace is the place with the friendly hardware man. And now I guess it was not.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Ace is the place with the helpful hardware man, and I guess that was not inclusive. So, like I don't know, like 10 years ago, they changed it to Ace is the place with the friendly hardware folks.
No. Now it's the friendly hardware they.
Yeah. Ace is the place with the friendly hardware it. Hey, Jim, thanks for the call. Let's grab Justin in Georgia. Hey, Justin, you're on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Hi.
Hey, how are y'all?
Doing well. Go ahead.
So I got an example. Home Depot, I was looking for, bricks to build a fire pit with.
Yeah.
I went to Home Depot, and he gave me, 4 different locations in the store where they could be. I'm like, you don't know exactly where it is?
These are heavy bricks. How do you not know where the bricks are?
Right. I'm like, okay, I guess let me just walk over here and lollygag around and try to find it.
All right, so I have this issue in the Tampa Bay area. This is a caller from Canton, Georgia. Justin's got the same problem. Thank you, Justin. Let's grab Sherry in Tampa. Hey, Sherry, you're on the MJ Morning Show.
Cool. How you guys doing?
We are well. Go ahead.
Great. So I'm in Walmart, and I, of all things, have to buy this little plastic baby pool for this litter of puppies that I need for... I'm in Walmart, kind of near South Tampa, across from Toys R Us, and I ask a guy for help. He doesn't know what I want because he doesn't speak English. Then he gets another guy. The other guy gets the inventory little scanner thing from Walmart, and he looks for the pool, and it doesn't show up like it's in stock. But when I looked online, it was in stock. Anyway, I ended up finding it in the garden area outside.
By yourself?
Yes, by myself.
No help from employees. You found it on yourself, searching 87,000 square feet.
Right, exactly.
I mean, it's not going to be the paper towel aisle. I mean, you probably,
Yeah, you could have narrowed that down a little bit.
Sherry, but listen, I'm telling you, I know I'm not alone here, and every line is jammed, so I've obviously struck a chord here. Sherry, thank you. Oh, look at this. I'm going to line 4. Her name was Lola. Hey, Lola in Lutz, go ahead.
Hey, MJ, I hope there's not too much outside noise. I'm listening to you guys on iHeartRadio while I'm walking.
No, you're great. No, it sounds great. Go ahead.
Okay, perfect. Your listeners may remember about a year or two ago when the Walmart in Lutz and probably other Walmarts completely changed the store around, and you had no idea.
Yeah, like a bunch of the stores, they had the pharmacy in the middle of the store. Then they moved it to the front left of the store. And
they completely changed it around, and it took them months to change the signs around. Well, I got to use the Walmart app, and now whenever I go, I have my phone, and when I don't know where something is, I just put it in the Walmart app, and it tells me, and I find myself at the store when I overhear people asking an employee for where something is, and they're like, oh, I don't know. I walk over, hey, let me go ahead and put it in the Walmart app, and I walk them directly to where it is.
You ought to get
so
paid.
I'm kind of becoming an employee there, but yeah, the app.
Lola from Lutz is the loitering Walmart customer that's telling customers where crap is.
Yes,
Jeez.
Yes. When I do my grocery shopping, if I hear someone asking, because I first tried to tell people, check out the
Her
app.
name is Lola. She knows where your crap is. Anybody go to Barry Manilow? Was it last weekend? Yeah. Hey, Lola, enjoy your walk, Lola.
Thank you very much, MJ. Thank you.
Do you listen to us every morning when you walk with the app?
Well, guess what? I just started to, because I used to listen to you a while ago when you were on Daytime Talk. And I just recently switched over, and I'm like, oh, wow, this is so great. I love it.
Whoa, wait a sec. Did you not know that the MJ Morning Show was back?
I didn't realize it. I kept wondering what happened to MJ in the afternoon.
Yeah, so my afternoon show, it's still on. I still do the afternoon show in the Tampa market. It's on 10:10 a.m., 3 to 6. I'm also on 92.1 FM in Tampa and 103.1 FM in Pinellas. That's my afternoon show. And then, of course, the MJ Morning Show, we came back after like a 7+ year hiatus. We came back October 5th of 2020. So we've been back for over 2 years already, every morning on Q105.
Okay, well, I'm usually really up on all that stuff, but apparently this is one I slept on, so
Apparently. All right, so also, Lola, in the car, you can listen to us. Q105 is 104.7 FM. So 104.
That's where I first heard you guys back when I started listening again, and now I'm like, oh, this is so funny. This is great to take with me on my walk.
Yep.
These guys are great.
Well, Lola, thank you so much, and have a great day. And listen, the apps are great. You know, and Andrew's giving me Andrew's giving me the Home Depot music here. Go ahead, play it. This weekend at the Home Depot, we don't know where anything is. Yes. We know nothing. We've got 47 aisles, and not one employee knows where jack crap is at the Home Depot.
They got giant signs that tell you.
Am I entertaining you over there, Roxanne?
Yeah, what's the matter with you?
That's a great commercial. It was really good. Your voice, the music.
You like that?
It's the Find Your Own Crap event at Home Depot this weekend.
It's the scavenger hunt like you've never seen.
It is. All right, let me go back to phones here. And then I want to mention about the apps. Oh, let me do that quickly. So we're on the iHeart. We're not an iHeart station. We're a Beasley Media Group station, but we have the agreements. So you can find us, Q105 Tampa Bay, on the iHeart app. We're also on the Odyssey app, AUDACY, used to be radio.com. We're also on the TuneIn app. We're on the MyQ105 app. We're at MJMorningshow.com. So if you don't listen on the conventional car radio or an FM radio at the home or office on 104.7 FM, you can listen to us live on any of the apps all morning long. That's why if you love what you hear when you're going to work, make sure you bring us into work, and you can do it on the smart speakers. You can just say, hey, play Q105 Tampa Bay MJ Morning Show. Make sure you get the live feed and it doesn't play a podcast. But then everything is podcast as well after the show. We have the whole program up on podcast by like 11 a.m., and we're on all the major platforms there. Just search MJ Morning Show, Q105 Podcast. All right, let's grab Rico in Texas. Rico, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Uncle Rico.
Hey, by the way, Barry Manilow got that wrong. Lola came on to me.
Oh, really?
Good one.
Wow.
Yeah. So I had to do some time because of her. Hey, listen, really quick.
Hold on, whoa. Wait. Did you just say you had to do some time?
Stop.
Well, you remember the song? His name was Rico.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Oh, Rico.
Yeah, I don't know all the. Oh, that's right, Rico and Lowell. Oh, I get it now. All
Rico,
right.
that's a stretch, brother, man.
All right, so Rico, what's your story about the employees not knowing where anything is in their stores?
I went to Walmart, and I'm Cuban, so I went to go buy some pimientos in the jar, the long ones, like the canned ones.
Yep.
And I'm in the Spanish aisle thinking that would be there. So I see two employees, and I say, hey, listen, I'm looking for the pimientos in the can, in the jar. She goes, we got the shredded ones. I said, no, I don't want those. I want the long ones. She goes, we don't carry that here. So as I turn around, I'm walking away about 4 feet to my right. I look, there's a jar of pimientos on the shelf, 10 feet away from the two employees, which got through telling me that they don't carry that in the store and that she's been there 5 years now.
I love that. I love when they tell you that, oh, no, we don't have that. We don't carry it. And then you find it yourself in the damn store.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is these two employees were not just two employees. They were those pickers, the ones that prepare your groceries when you order them.
Oh, my God. And then they bring it out to like spot number 16 or something.
Exactly.
Thank you, Rico. Have a great day from Texas. Man, tons of Georgia, Texas. The amount of folks that listen to us online, it's amazing. So we had Georgia. That was Texas. Let me grab Newport News, Virginia, or as the locals say, Newport News. Brian, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just saying that I think it's because now you just go to the websites and they have like apps set up. We've done 2 renovations on homes, and every time we went back and forth to Home Depot or Lowe's like a million times, it basically is set up now that you do it yourself. So that's what I'm starting to think is going on, is these guys are like, oh, well, they can find it themselves. And if you ask them, a lot of times I've noticed that they just have those little handheld little computers.
Yeah, little scanners, little devices. Yeah. Hey, listen, I just know that we're getting folks from all over the area, all over the country now, with the same deal. Let's grab Bill in St. Pete. Let's come back local. Bill, you're on the MJ Morning Show, Q105. Hi.
Hello. Yes, I do construction, mostly home remodels, and I'm in the Home Depot pretty much daily. And a big issue is, like you said, hey, don't know where anything is.
Yeah.
Or the next thing is, you'll be in a department, and they'll be like, oh, this isn't my department. And
this isn't my department thing.
Why are you in this department then? And I mean, I've gone in there looking for stuff, and there's been a couple of times. One, for instance, was I went in there looking for that vinyl cove base that runs along the base of the floors, walls. I asked 3 people.
Hey, Fester, are we boring you over here, Fester?
No, this guy sounds like a little bit of a curmudgeon.
Oh, he was Fester.
Where it was at.
Fester. Yeah, all right, Bill, thank you, Bill.
We hear you a lot louder over your computer.
Thank you. Let me grab Lauren. Lauren's in Lutz. All right, a couple more calls and we're going to move on here. But the phones have blown up. I'm telling you, I've struck a chord here. I've hit a nerve. Lauren in Lutz, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Good morning. I've been listening to you since my Delray Beach days. So my husband said yesterday that at Home Depot, that's where ladies go now, apparently, to pick someone up. So apparently it doesn't matter if anyone knows where anything is, because I'm not sure where he's getting this research, but that's the new hot spot for meeting someone. It's the new LA Fitness, I guess, of
breaking
Tampa.
news.
Home Depot is the new LA Fitness style pickup place?
Yes. News break, news flash. Yeah.
Wow.
So it was just funny that you guys were talking about Home Depot and like people not knowing where things are. I mean, I've experienced that as well, but I kind of, typical lady in Home Depot, like walking around, like trying to find something for a small project forever, and I'll ask a guy, and he'll know where things are when I go typically. But my husband's like, oh, it doesn't matter if they know where things are, because that's just where girls go to pick up like alpha males now. Or
wow! This weekend at the Home Depot, it's the special Get Laid event.
Yes,
like construction workers.
If you want to lay pipe, lay lumber, or lay your employees.
Lay lady.
At the Home Depot, where things get done. If you want to get done, go to the Home Depot, and you'll get done. In aisle 18 at the Home Depot. Hey, Lauren, thanks for the call.
Have a good day.
Are you okay?
What's happening? Are you okay?
Lauren, are you all right?
Oh yeah, I'm just laughing.
Oh, it sounded like you were seizing. All right, listen, Lauren, thanks for the call.
Okay, bye.
Bye. I guess we're entertaining here. That's a good thing. 2 more calls and we're moving on. Where the hell is Pine Park? Tony, where's... Oh, it's Pinellas Park. I'm like... all right, I'm like...
What a dummy.
Or even PP. I know what PP is. You calling me a dummy because... Pine Park? I don't know what Pine Park is. I know Pinellas. All right, Tony's in Pinellas Park. Hey, Tony.
Hi, good morning, MJ. I got a real good one for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's been a while back, and I was grocery shopping, and I needed to get tuna, and a young kid come up with a name tag. I said, can you help me? He said, sure. He said, what do you need? I said, I need tuna. What aisle is it in? He said, the tuna aisle, and he walked away.
Thank you so much. Have a great day. All right, folks, this is a deal, I'm telling you. And if you haven't experienced this, you will. Go to some of these big stores, ask where something is, and I'm telling you, 9 times out of 10, they'll have no clue where the hell anything is these days. It's an epidemic, I'm telling you right now. Let me tell you something else. Speaking of stores, and I don't know, this bothered me immensely. I even shot a video. Did you ever see my A&W deal from Canada? on my Instagram. Did you ever see that?
No, I'm sorry, I missed it. I really did try to follow your Canadian trip closely, but I missed that one.
All right, so we're up in Canada. We were, and there's a reason why I'm bringing this up, because there's a whole A&W story that's come out. You know, the whole M&M's,
yes,
the rework on the M&M characters, and
branding,
the shoes, and the female and the male M&M, and that whole thing. And now M&M's is saying, we're ditching, we're hiring Maya Rudolph. The whole M&M's controversy, but A&W Root Beer decided to kind of joke around and get in on the action, but some people took it seriously. All right, I'll explain that in a minute. That's what's the precursor here from me bringing up A&W. Now, I don't think that I talked about this on the air. This was, and again, I encourage you to follow my Instagram, my personal private Instagram. You never know what the heck is going to pop up on that thing. And it's Certified MJ Radio. The word Certified MJ Radio. That's my Instagram. Give me a follow if you want. So I posted, let me see if I can find this thing. And it's going to be easier for me to bring up my phone. I found an A&W. We're driving up from Vancouver to Whistler. It's like a 2-hour drive. It's gorgeous. It is an absolutely gorgeous drive. And we were in, what's the name of the town? It's a funny town. And I think I might even say it on the video. And there's an A&W restaurant, A&W Root Beer Restaurant. And I said to Julian, dude, A&W. And he said, oh, let's go get a root beer float, Dad. And I'm like, yeah, let's go get a root beer float. We go into the A&W root beer place, and they don't have root beer floats. I'm like, are you fucking...
That's the trademark. That's why you're going there.
Isn't there one actually on the sign?
Hello?
Yeah, it's a smoke signal.
Hello. They you know what they have? They have Slurpees. They have like a slushy Slurpee that's root beer and cream mixed in like a Slurpee. No. So you can't. I want a glass of root beer with a scoop of vanilla ice cream on top, and they looked at me like I was a freaking Cyclops. I'm like, what?
You know the thing that's on the sign? I want one of those.
Yeah. All right, hang on. I got to get my finger on the dump button. I don't know if I cursed on this or not, but hold on a minute. I'm going to play this off my phone, so I got to hold my speaker of my phone to the microphone. But here it is. Listen to this.
Wide world of sports is going on here. Kids wanted a root beer float, saw the A&W sign. They don't put vanilla ice cream on top of root beer up here in Canada. What is going on over here? I just wanted an effing root beer float.
That's Julian. Hang on, let me shut this thing off. Hang on, it's still playing on my phone. But so I shot that video, but is that not bizarre? So I don't know if it's a Canadian thing. Now, I asked you, Roxanne, you don't even know why I was asking this.
No, I had no idea.
I knew I had the A&W story coming up, but I said to you, are there any A&W restaurants in the Tampa Bay area? And you found one like near USF?
Right. It's like
there's one on Fowler.
All right, yeah, exactly.
Yes.
All right. Can you, in America at A&W, can you go into A&W and get a glass of root beer or a cup of root beer with a scoop or a soft serve swirl of vanilla ice cream on it? Can you?
You should just go buy vanilla ice cream and get a root beer. It'd be easier.
Yeah, okay.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I'm gonna bring a. Well, it's not even a half gallon anymore. I'm gonna bring 1.5 quarts to A&W and scoop my own ice cream.
Why don't you perfect your own ice cream?
No, I want
root beer float.
Well, listen, I can do it. I make amazing ice cream in my house. But hold on a minute, Andrew. Are you on the A&W menu?
Yes.
And in America at A&W, can you get a traditional classic root beer float?
They call it their world-renowned A&W root beer made with real cane sugar, blah, 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 topped with creamy vanilla soft serve ice cream.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. So what's wrong with the freaking Canadians? How do you have an A&W root beer stand and they don't have root beer floats?
It's too cold.
Oh my God! How much time do you have? What's wrong with Canadians?
Oh my God! I mean, all right. So that's good to know that in America, apparently, you can still get a root beer float. A&W is a root beer float. I mean, hello.
The promise is delivered here.
Man, we had a great time in Canada. Everyone was friendly. Everything was 26% off, which was fantastic because the dollar's just been clobbering the Canadian dollar for a while. So it was like everything was on sale, like 25, 26%. So it was fantastic. So the reason why I'm bringing up the A&W deal is with the whole M&M's controversy, which, again, woke, political correctness. I mean, things are crazy out there, folks. So the people over at A&W, they decided to kind of like poke and kind of troll the whole. Fester, are you yawning?
I might have yawned. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't have an off button here. If I yawn or cough, you hear it.
All right. So Fester's at home, folks, with the myasthenia gravis.
No, listen. I went to the A&W on Fowler's Yelp page.
Yeah.
And there's dozens of pictures of root beer floats.
Well, there you go. All right. So that's good to know. I'll have to bring Julie in there next time he's in town, or I could probably just put my phenomenal, delicious, ridiculously expensive homemade Madagascar vanilla bean ice cream in some root beer. I'll just go buy some A&W at the store. So A&W is getting in on a little bit of a little trolling action, and believe it or not, people fell for this. And I believe one of the shows on Fox, one of the Fox News shows, fell for this. A&W, they have that mascot. They've got that bear, the A&W bear. It kind of looks like Yogi. It kind of looks like an obese cousin of Yogi. You know,
Yogi was pretty fat too.
What?
Yogi was fat too.
Oh no, but the A&W bear is definitely fatter. A&W, they put out a tweet, a nice graphic with their logo, the bear. Listen to what they wrote. This is on the heels of the whole M&M's controversy. With the female M&M, the male M&M, the shoes, the boot, and the whole thing. A&W writes on their Twitter feed, America, let's talk. Since 1963, Rudy, the great root bear, not root beer, but Rudy, R-O-T-T-Y, the great root bear, has been our beloved spokesbear. We knew people would notice because he's literally a 6-foot-tall bear wearing an orange sweater. But now we get it. Even a mascot's lack of pants can be polarizing. Therefore, we have decided that Rudy will wear jeans going forward. Not to worry, though. He will remain our official spokesbear. After all, he is unbearably cute and impossible to replace. Oh. We are confident Rudy will continue to champion good food and good times for many years to come, now in denim. And then it says A&W, All-American Food. Then there's a picture of Rudy with his orange A&W sweater, and now he's got pants on. And one of the shows on Fox did a whole segment. Oh, my God, the political correctness is out of control. They're not putting pants on Rudy the root beer. And they took it seriously. Guys, you've been trolled. It is a joke. A&W is doing a joke.
How do they know it's a joke? Because it could be real life.
Dude, it's a joke.
It is, but you don't know anymore. That's
Was
a good
it a joke
point,
when the
Fester.
M&Ms changed their logos?
I know.
Was it a joke when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor?
No,
that wasn't.
He's on a roll.
Yeah, I'm on a roll. Dude, it's Animal House, man. I'm doing an Animal House line. Come on.
It's always awkward to reply to that, though.
Yeah, all right.
But, yeah, how do they know it's a joke? They could be sitting here, oh, my God, A&W has lost their minds as well.
Anybody listening, use the website Shine. Is it called Shine, Roxanne?
You know, when I look at it, I pronounce it Sheen.
It's Shein. It's a website for clothing. And it's a lower priced clothing website?
It's you can buy stuff on there it's very cheap. And I think it's it's a Chinese company.
Hold on. So it's
a retail company. They've got some, kind of sexy looking stuff. It's all very, very inexpensive. It's affordable.
And I'm going to their website. All right, I'm on the website right now.
Like, look, you can buy a blazer for $8.50.
Hang on. Welcome to the Sheen or Shine U.S. site. Why buy from us? Free shipping on orders of $49 plus, free returns. Oh, sign up, 15% off. Offer valid in U.S. orders only. All right, so I'm on their website right now. This Sheen or Shine, Shein, and looking at, how many freaking pop-ups. I closed one pop-up. Here's another. Oh, my, there's a third. I just closed. I got a third pop-up. My God. All right, so looking at the website, you don't know if it's a Chinese web or Chinese company. It looks like an American website.
Yeah, and maybe you went to their quote U.S. site, so who knows? But it started as a drop ship kind of store.
All right, okay. Well, here's the deal. Listen, you want to be creeped out?
Please.
Yeah.
Really?
Creep me.
A woman orders a clothing item from the Shein or Shine. It's Shein? Is that Andrew's telling me it's Shein.
Like Ed?
Oh, like Ed Shein. Yeah. It's S-H-E and then I-N. Shein.
Okay, I'm glad to know. I was pronouncing it Sheen.
Listen to this. A Michigan mother, horrified, I said, she opened up her order from the fast fashion website company Shein, expecting to find a new dress inside. Instead, she found a note inside saying she was going to die.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Wow. Holy crap.
Just wanted a dress for $8.
What the hell? Amanda Ellis, 38 years old, took video. She posted it online. And there were 6 separate pieces of paper that fell out of the box, all of them reading, "You are going to die in the suit."
Whoa.
So just shipped you clothing. You're going to die in this clothing.
So is it like
It's
a
like
fortune?
Liam Neeson. I will find you and I will kill you.
What were you saying, Rox?
It's almost like, it's a Chinese company, so it's almost like a fortune cookie. You open up your outfit,
right?
and then there's a little sweet message, usually, but sometimes you're going to die in the outfit.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't think of that. A little piece of paper comes with their lottery numbers on the back. Yeah, so the front said you're going to die in this suit, and the back, here are your lucky lottery numbers.
I don't believe that stuff, but sometimes I'll take their word for it. Like, you know what? Okay, fine. You win. I don't need it.
Oh, what do? I mean, you get death threats from your clothing order? I mean, what are we coming to? This is nuts.
Old Navy's going to tell you you're going to drown.
She said, "I will not be wearing this dress nor trying it on. I called the local police." Can you imagine that?
But yeah, what do you do? Who do you call?
She said she called the local police department. 911, what's your emergency? Yeah, hi, I just opened up my clothing order, just arrived UPS, and the note inside says I'm going to die.
Doesn't sound like an emergency, ma'am.
I was just going to wear this dress out to a nightclub. Thought I was going to look really sexy in it, but no, tonight someone's going to kill me in it.
Yeah, she shot another video saying she was extremely freaked out after finding the notes. But seriously, they're like fortune cookie strips of paper, and it says you are going to die in this suit. This is freaking nuts. And it was in the Shein, Shein, it was in like one of those, the plastic pouches they ship in?
Yeah, of course.
It was in one of those plastic pouches. And she goes to dump her item out and these papers come out. You're going to die.
Yeah, usually you'll get like a little silica gel packet maybe in there.
Oh, my God. Which, by the way, those are very tasty. Yeah, I recommend.
Sprinkle them,
I
put them on top of
yeah,
sushi.
I
like
recommend.
it's almost as good as caviar eggs.
Yeah, totally recommend eating those. They're. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, that's why they put "do not eat" because they don't want anybody to know how delicious they are.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
I love when they put those in all of my kids' toys packages, and I have to sift through and make sure I've taken them all out.
An update on Jeremy Renner.
Yeah, how's he doing?
Well, new details came out from the police report, and man, it looks like maybe he was being heroic on something here. TMZ had this. I saw this last night, that Jeremy Renner, who was run over by his 14,300-pound, professional ski lodge, ski mountain, ski resort snowcat, apparently revealed details to police, and now it's in the police report. New details have emerged about his horrific. What did he say? He broke more than 30 bones in his body.
Wow.
When the snowplow ran over him. We played the 911 call, I think. Was it earlier this week or last week? Man, that was a horror. And neighbors calling and, oh, my God, hurry, he's crushed. Is this, is that? Anyway, so new details have come out. And police say that he was trying to save a family member when the snowcat crushed him. And there are signs that the vehicle was malfunctioning. Remember Michelle, my lovely wife? Michelle found the operating manual for the snowplow online, and she was like, hey, honey, what are you reading? Oh, I'm reading the operating manual for the snowplow that ran over Jeremy Renner. And there are all kinds of, there's like 9 pages of warnings. Police say that he was trying to save a family member, also a malfunction. He was attempting to stop the vehicle from sliding and hitting his grown nephew on New Year's Day. Yeah, Happy New Year. According to a redacted police report obtained by CNN first, I saw it on TMZ. But it looks like he was trying to, and I guess it was a grown adult nephew. It wasn't like a 6-year-old nephew. That might be slightly more heroic.
Yeah,
but
seriously.
But he was trying to prevent someone from getting hurt, and he ended up getting run over by this damn thing, which is what a mess that thing was.
Not even his favorite nephew.
Hey, when we get back, ladies and gentlemen, Roxanne has a phobia. Roxanne apparently has panic attacks due to this. And I have a confession to make.
You know what the sad thing is? It could be so many things. I have no idea what direction you're going because
Hold it. You put this in an email to me last night.
Oh my God.
What do you mean? Did I? Yes, I have an email where you tell me about this. You don't know what direction.
I was tired last night.
All right, so hey, Roxanne will find out with the rest of you, even though she told me to. All right, folks, this is next. Hold on.
Wow.
And I have a panic attack confession to make. Next on the MJ Morning Show, next here on Q105. Don't move. Q105, MJ, Roxanne, Fester from home, Froggy, and a lot to cover. This is another long, extended portion of the MJ Morning Show for your listening pleasure. Fester, you with us from the couch?
I am.
All right, just make
How do I sound?
You know what? Your voice has. Have you had to do the holding up your face trick this morning?
You know, I haven't. I felt myself getting tired a little earlier, but like I said, if I stop talking for a minute or two, it comes back. And every day I'm feeling a little bit better. My body doesn't feel too strong today, but my head feels all right.
Good.
All right, let's talk about Roxanne's phobia. Roxanne sends me an email last night. I just go to tease this, and Roxanne looks at me like I'm a maniac. You have no idea what I'm talking about. You sent me a story about this phobia, this panic, and you said, this is me. You don't recall that?
No. I mean, I now that you say that, I remember doing
hang on.
that part.
Hang on. Wait a minute. Hang on a minute.
Is it drinking night?
Wait, yep.
No.
Hold on a minute. Hang on, because that was email number 2. Email number 1 said, I probably drank more wine than you tonight, but I needed it. All right. So,
Wine Wednesday.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Roxanne, you sent me a story about paperwork panic.
Oh, yes. Totally.
Yes.
Totally.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Whoa.
Oh, yes.
You totally misread that email.
And apparently, people get panic attacks. Paperwork panic affects 6 in 10 people. Many skip tasks to avoid filling out forms.
I cannot stand it. I hate paperwork.
When you see a form, and I guess it comes down to forms, nearly 6 in 10 adults suffer from what they call paperwork panic, and many would rather let their insurance run out or other things lapse than actually fill out forms.
Yeah, the forms are the worst. I'll write the check before, I don't write a check, but do the transfer, whatever, before I'll do that. But it's just like anything like doctor's offices. I have a doctor's appointment coming up, and I just got this big chunk of paperwork to fill out because it's a new doctor, and I'm like, oh, I can't even look at it. I can't even open the
What
email.
do they do with all that useless information?
Can I let me give you a hot tip. So when I go to a new doctor,
Yeah.
and they hand you that clipboard,
right,
with like 5 pages of crap, I just check all. They don't. I check I'm pregnant, and they don't even seriously. They don't even.
Right.
They don't even know. They don't look at this stuff.
I'm glad
How far along are you? You look
yeah.
fantastic.
All they want is your name, your social, your phone number, emergency contact. No one's looking at, you
You don't know.
When's the last time you lost a nut? They're not looking at this. I mean,
What?
I don't know. They're not looking at this stuff.
I'm glad you brought that up, though, because they do bring they send you the paperwork electronically, and then if you don't do it electronically, then you have to sit and do the clipboard once you get there.
Exactly.
And they're both torturous.
Only takes a couple minutes.
All right, so
I don't have a couple minutes.
Paperwork panic affecting 6 in 10 people. Now, my confession, I have never had a panic attack. I don't know what that is.
Good for you.
No,
what a stable human being you are.
Oh,
beacon of stability.
No, but the point,
solid.
The point is like you'll hear people say, "Oh, and I had a panic attack," or I'll hear from Michelle, and like one of her friends' like daughters has a panic attack.
Yeah, it's a real thing.
I mean, like 16 years old, 19 years old with a panic attack. What the hell is I've never What is it?
I think when you get so worked, and I've seen my daughter, and she's had moments to where I had to calm her down. She gets so ahead of herself, and her mind starts working so fast, and she can't catch her breath, and nothing makes sense in that moment to where we just need to hit a reset button and calm down and try to get a hold of ourselves. I mean, it happens a lot.
No, I mean, I had a real one, and it was because this was after my kidney stone surgery, and I thought my kidney stones were coming back, and I thought I was going to have surgery again, and I went into... Dude, I thought I was having a heart attack.
What were your symptoms?
Tunnel vision. I couldn't breathe. My heart was racing. I started freaking out. It had to have been a panic attack.
Yeah, that's the symptoms.
I was like, Kim, Take her to the hospital.
Yeah, but people start like rapidly breathing, hyperventilating.
Yeah, and your pulse.
Your chest gets tight. I mean, I've heard the stories.
So you have to concentrate and just breathe.
But I've never had an event in my life where, listen, you'll sometimes you'll feel it, you'll get that pang in your stomach, or it feels like your stomach dropped out. But I've never been in a situation where I've mentally whipped myself up into an orange whip frenzy. It just orange whip, 3 orange whips. It hasn't happened.
Some people, I think, get them all the time.
Yeah.
I know a girl that has them all the time.
I know that people have this, but I'm just saying that I don't understand why people get themselves into a frenzy. And I don't want people to say, oh, MJ, you're out of touch. You don't understand. But I don't think that it's the rule. I think it's the exception. You know what? Should we go to the panic attack phones?
Yeah. Okay. So what's the question?
All right, let's go to the panic attack phones. No, I want to know. Do you get panic attacks? How bad are your panic attacks? And how long do your panic attacks last? I mean, what are the symptoms? What actually occurs? And I apologize if I'm angering anybody.
Yeah, you just think you're better than us.
Will you stop that? All right, let's go to the phone.
Just because you don't have a real job, your job's really easy.
So
you're not stressed.
My job is really easy.
What do you do? You talk to
having to fill 4 hours a day with content in the morning, and then another 3 hours a day in afternoon content.
I mean, what's
I'm
stressful
doing
about
7 hours of original content a day, and you're telling me my job is easy?
What's stressful about that?
You talk and read. I mean,
Froggy
makes the jokes.
All right, let's go to phones. Let's go to the panic phones. Let's go. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. And listen, all kidding aside, if you do suffer from this type of psychological meltdown, breakdown, panic attack, and it's real for you, and if it sounds like I'm minimizing this or I'm, casting it adrift, I apologize. So I don't want to offend any. What are you snickering at? What are you laughing at?
Because someone just said MJ has a panic attack every time any of you guys are missing out of the studio when the show's about to start back up.
Seriously, Roxanne walks in at 6:03. Guys, I ask you every day. Oh my gosh. Oh, what do I have to do? I mean, send up smoke signals? Oh, please, guys. Oh.
All right, let's go to phones. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Go to the panic phones. Hi. Let me bring up my call screener here. Fester does this.
You want me to give you my worst panic attacks as you're pulling up your call screen?
Yeah, have you had some?
Yeah.
Hold on. I just brought up Sarah. Sarah, hold on. Roxanne's going to tell us about her worst panic attacks first, okay?
I haven't had a true panic attack probably in the last 15 years or so, where it's like for me now. I had a panic attack when I first found out that I was going to be part of the show because it was such a big change.
Hold on. You had a panic attack when you found out that we were going to invite you to be part of the MJ. So October 5th of 2020.
Yeah.
We come back on a Monday. And when did you find out we were going to use you on the show? It was
a week prior. So you and I found out, and then literally they're like, okay, MJ wants to talk to you. And so I got in the car, had a conversation with you.
Did you know at that point, did you know that we were coming back, or you had found out also at that time that we were coming back on the air?
Yeah, exactly. I found out everything in one day.
Okay.
And I had a conversation with you. It was a nice conversation. We were going to go to dinner that night. But
Did we go to dinner that night? I don't think
I came over to your house. Yeah.
Oh, was it just you?
Yeah, just me.
Yeah,
and Doug.
you had a private Roxanne meeting before we had the whole crew and introduced you to everybody.
Right.
Yeah. She's
So
like,
you,
oh my God.
and Dig Dug came over.
Yes, but it was just such a big change that I got one of those. I was driving and I was talking to my mom and I was telling her everything that was happening. And I was like, Mom, I can't see. And she's my vision went wonky.
Your vision
went?
went?
And I had an ocular migraine, which is something that is brought on by stress.
My God, folks.
And Doug.
We're coming to my house and you had an ocular explosion?
And she hasn't said Friday since.
My God. All right. Is that what you want to reveal?
Yeah, and another time I had one in my 20s and I had to call, I started hyperventilating, my heart was racing, and I had to call the paramedics.
Are you serious?
Yes. In my early
your 20s, you had to call 911?
Yeah, I was in college.
And what precipitated this?
I don't know. I just woke up and I was stressed out. And so they came over and I was fine. And then another
Did they
time,
jam you with some epinephrine or whatever? What they do?
no, they just. I mean,
Did
my
they give you
pulse was
did they give you like an Uma Thurman spike to the chest? Like
Stuff a Xanax in her nose.
No, my pulse was like 160. And then another time I went to my friend's house, also in my 20s. I'm like, I can't breathe. I think I'm dying. And she's like, Roxanne, get a hold of yourself. We're all dying.
Did they
we're
shake
all
you?
dying.
Did they shake you? Like get a hold of yourself.
Slap you.
Let's go. Sarah's on hold here. Sarah in Tampa. Hey, Sarah, you're on the MJ Morning Show.
Hi, I'm actually a nurse practitioner. I work in psychiatry.
Oh.
And so I just wanted to chime in. Actually, it's definitely like a fight or flight response that you're going into. So your brain is just that part of your brain back there that's survival is triggering that panic and adrenaline response. And so you really have no control over it whatsoever.
All right, now, I guess the question is, if you were to, let's just take 100 people. Out of 100 people, how many people out of that 100 have panic attacks?
I would say more than you think. I would say probably over half of the people. They might not realize that it's a panic attack because the symptoms can be kind of different. But anytime you have a higher level of anxiety that kind of comes and goes, that's a small little panic attack. And
now, have you seen people like in a frenzy and like a twirling, hair-pulling mess because of a panic attack?
Yes. And really you just kind of have to keep them calm as much as possible and just let it pass. And I've had one myself, and it was like one time that it was really bad. I did go to the emergency room.
Do you ever have to jam a shoe in their mouth so they don't bite their tongue or something?
No, that's more like a seizure. But
okay.
But I got to the point where my carbon dioxide was so low because I was breathing so much, so fast.
Shallow.
That I started getting cramps in my hands and my feet. I couldn't talk. It was pretty bad. But then they just said you'll just pass out and you'll calm down and your brain will be regulate itself.
But like for someone that has regular panic attacks, is that something like where you prescribe them Xannies or something?
Yeah, I don't like to give out a lot of Xanax, but definitely that's the time of we want to address their anxiety and panic symptoms.
Oh, do you want to hear something funny?
All throughout the day.
All right, Sarah, you want to hear something really funny?
Okay.
So I'm on the phone with a friend of mine. I will not mention gender. I will not mention anything. But this friend of mine does take Xanax from time to time. And my friend was at a local pharmacy picking up their Xanax.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on the phone with them, and there was a problem, and they get into a fight. He was having like an anxiety attack while picking up his anxiety attack medication.
Oh, yeah.
Good job not revealing gender, by the way.
I guess I just said, well, his, her, they, it. I'm sorry, go ahead, Sarah.
I said, you tell somebody you're taking their Xanax away, they freak out immediately. That is what's keeping their panic attacks away.
I'm like, wait a second. I'm on the phone here. Are you having an anxiety attack while you're picking up your anxiety medication? I'm like, what? That's like, when you were a kid.
That's irony.
It's like when you were a kid and your mom had a mirror on the vanity and one behind, and you looked at yourself in the mirror, and you like move back and forth to see that.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Sarah, thanks for the call. Thanks for listening.
All right, thanks so much. Bye.
Nathan is in Lakeland. This is the MJ Morning Show panic attack phones. Hi, Nathan.
Hi. How are you doing?
We are well. Go ahead, Nathan.
So I've experienced panic attacks several times before. I'm a college student here in Lakeland, and it's definitely a lot of stress.
So are you like 20 or 21?
I'm actually 18.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've been listening to you guys since I was in probably middle school.
Oh, wow. That's great. Thank you. We appreciate it. So when's the last time you had a panic attack?
Definitely for me, there are minor ones and major ones. And the last time I had a major one was in college. It's very hard sometimes, especially with stress, to not just get worked up in it.
Where do you go to school?
I go to Florida Polytechnic.
All right. And are you able to control these things? I mean, you're hyperventilating, or what? How do you get yourself back? Do you slap yourself and say, snap out of it? What do you do?
I wish I could. Sometimes, like the last one I said, you just have to kind of wait it out. I mean, I remember I was sitting in class, and I was very stressed, and I just started, my chest just started closing up. I just started, breathing heavy.
Was it a test, a quiz? Was it the content? What caused it?
It was just the stress of upcoming assignments. I mean,
Gotcha.
it's hard to deal with the stress because once it starts building up, it's kind of hard because you really just have to stop and breathe. But it's hard to have that sense of mind.
How are your grades, Nathan? Are you a good student?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, well, then, hey, take a chill. I mean, just take a breather, and it sounds like you have nothing to worry about. You sound like a smart, put-together 18-year-old kid, and, don't let it get the best of you. Just when you start panicking, just picture me, okay?
Ew.
Okay, Nathan, all jokes, picturing MJ aside, like, that is what you're supposed to do, and that's what's helped me over the years is literally just visualize a place
MJ?
that you really makes you feel happy and comfortable and
Hey,
safe.
Nathan, thanks for the call, buddy, and thanks for listening all these years. I appreciate it.
God.
No problem.
Have a good one.
But I do think people who try to be really put together and try to put on a happy face, and you've got a lot bubbling underneath.
Sometimes they're the worst basket cases of them all.
Yes, exactly.
Like putting up a front.
Yeah.
Fester, what are you sighing?
I'm just thinking, what terrible medical advice. Just think of me next time. I've never felt much better thinking about you.
Stacy's in Tampa. Hey, Stacy.
Hi, good morning.
I can't believe the phone's on this thing. The panic attack phones. Hey, Stacy, go ahead.
Hi. I was just want to call. Sorry, I'm getting over a sore throat.
No, you sound fine.
I've had panic attacks. I'm 49 now. I've had them ever since I was about 15. So I've had them quite often my whole life. They pretty much started when my father passed away when I was 15 years old. The thing with them, when I started having them then, they just wanted to throw me on medication, and I didn't want to be just thrown on medication. So I started doing, like, meditation. It's really, like you said to the last caller, just, think of something else. The thing is, it's subconscious. It's hard to change your subconscious. You can mentally think about something else, but to get your subconscious to just switch like that is hard. So it takes, like, time for you to work out of it. If you catch it soon enough, if you feel it coming on, you can work out of it.
Stacey, what is your occupation? Do you have a job?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
I manage a couple carousels.
Oh, cool.
Oh, a couple of what?
Carousels at fairs.
Like a merry-go-round?
Yeah, at the Brandon Mall and the Citrus Park Mall.
Wow.
Oh,
cool.
Okay, all right.
My kids love those.
Wow. Hey, Stacy, do you have kids, Stacy?
I do. Yeah.
Do any of your kids' friends say Stacy's mom has got it going on?
Oh, boy.
When they were younger, they loved me for the carousels. I let them ride for free, and it's like,
Stacy, thanks for the call.
Yeah. Thank you.
A couple of, we ought to dig up that Chloe's Mom classic. We ought to dig that up. A little musical interlude coming up. Jessica's in Largo. All right, a few more. This is, when one phone hangs up, it rings again. Mm-hmm. I can't believe how many stories we're getting here on panic attacks. All right, we'll finish up with what's on the board, Andrew, and then I got to move on. But Jessica's in Largo. Hey, Jessica, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
We are well.
Finally, I get to contact with you guys. I listen to you every day on the way to work. I'm almost getting there, but I can never get in touch with you guys when I call. But
do you have a panic attack when you can't get in touch with us?
No. I'm a hairdresser, and I did have an employee years ago that she would get a panic attack of everything. And then she started getting it with the smell of the chemical or because what she ate or whatever.
God, so hold on. She'd have if you give her an assignment to do at work, she'd get a panic attack?
No, everything at the end, the smell, the chemical, what she eats, everything, it was bothering her.
Jeez.
And
so if somebody in your place of work had like tacos or a burrito or something, or if they had a cheeseburger or fried chicken, so a smell would put the person into a panic attack?
The smell of chemical working, putting color in her hair. Or she ate something that it was too salty.
Oh, jeez.
Different. And I thought it was crazy. But I'm going to tell you, I continue being a hairdresser. And since the pandemic, since COVID came out, it did an unreal number on my daughter. But not only that, I've been noticing this in almost all my clients. They were able to do this, and I can breathe, and I can't. I said, did you have COVID? Yeah.
Wow.
And whoever had COVID, that somehow a lot of them, they end up with panic attack. My daughter is doing yoga, is doing all this. They put her on medication. Now, one of my grandkids, they're all in gifted school, like 5 grades ahead of
Wow.
it. He was starting to get the same thing, but he's very involved in different sports now after school, and I think that helps a lot.
Oh, listen, physical activity. Hey, Jessica, before I let you go, where are you from? Your accent is delightful.
I was handmade with lots of love in Chile.
In Chile. Hey, have you heard Alec Baldwin's wife's fake Spanish accent? Have you heard that?
No.
Oh my! You got to hear this. So, Alec, you know who Alec Baldwin is, the actor, right?
Yeah.
Alec Baldwin's wife, Ilaria, was born in Boston, but she's like a sociopath. I mean, she pretends that she was born in Mallorca, Spain. And listen, you got to hear her accent. She should have a Boston accent, but this is her. Listen to this.
You know that. So please, leave my family in peace and let this all play out. Okay? So let my kids come home and you stay away from them. Because they asked me, Mommy, what are these people doing? And it's a very hard thing as a mom to...
Does that sound like a woman born in Boston?
No, it sounds like me.
No, but you're
but you're real.
You're real. You are from Chile. You are real, and she's like pulling off this fake accent.
Right. But anyways, what I wanted to tell you guys today in this world, it doesn't matter the age or nothing, but a lot of people is getting a panic attack. But this is what I say to myself. I do like 100 million things a day. I'm dealing with my husband with cancer again. I got to work. I should be retired. I can. I love to work with people. I'm very positive all the time.
Well, I'm telling you, Jesse, you sound like a delightful woman, and I want to thank you for listening. And please call again, okay, Jessica?
Yeah.
Have a great day. All right, quickly, no more calls. The phones won't stop ringing. All right, let me just go through these. Wendy's in Port Richey. Wendy, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Good morning. I have a granddaughter that went through quite a bit of trauma in her life. She was out of our lives for 6 years, and I have custody of her now, and she's 14 and deals with severe panic attacks. And her therapist gave information that is so helpful. So anybody out there that has them, if you catch it coming on yourself and can do this yourself, great. If not, let your family or friends know. So if they see you coming on, they can help you.
What is the advice?
It's focus with your senses. Immediately stop.
Yes.
It's breathing and focus. You take your breath slower. It's mind over matter, basically. You look and you want to use your senses and go from touch, pick items and touch it physically.
Wow.
I do this.
And touch it. Then, you go from touch, sight, hearing, taste, like stop and think, what do I taste? What's familiar? And sound. It's all your senses.
So Wendy, right now, MJ, this is a really good tool. I've used this before.
Wow.
So if I'm having panic attack right now, I would sit here and be like, okay, I see MJ's curly hair.
Would you grab my poof?
Okay. I can smell the coffee. Yeah.
Right.
Wow. Anyway, hey, great, Wendy, great advice. Thank you. All right, two more quickly. Daniel, Winter Haven. Daniel, you're on the MJ Morning Show panic attack lines. Hi.
Hey, MJ, how's it going?
Doing well. Go ahead.
Long time listener.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I had a panic attack. I was getting a full body scan MRI, and I was in that machine.
Oh no! Did you freak out inside the tube?
Yeah. The guy left, right? The guy was like, okay, you should be good. It's going to be about 25, 30 minutes. I was like, all right, no problem. Sat in there, started making the noises. My mind.
Oh, the ding, 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 ding.
Beating. I was tense. I started screaming out like, "Get me out of here! Get me out of here!" Oh, it's insane, man.
Oh my!
Yeah, that was the only time I've ever had a panic attack, and I never knew what it was. I was like, "Oh man, I'm so sorry. Come on." He left the room, left me there for like a good 5 minutes or so, and he came back. He's like, "Oh my bad, I had to walk out for a little bit," but he came back.
Oh man, Daniel, thank you, buddy. That's crazy. Thank you, Daniel. No, I understand that there are people that are claustrophobic, and they'll ask you that. I've had a couple of MRIs along the way.
I can't do those. Mm-mm.
You can't do an MRI?
Mm-mm.
You need like an open scan MRI?
No way.
Mia in Clearwater. Mia, MJ Morning Show. Last call on this. Go ahead.
I suffer from serious panic disorder, and I disagree with every single caller.
Oh, wow.
It got to the point I became agoraphobic. The panic attacks were so bad.
So agoraphobic means that you don't want to leave the house. You don't want to go out.
Right, because I was scared if I went out anywhere, I would have a panic attack. They literally ruined my life, and there is nothing that will stop you.
Right, now, have you fixed it? It sounds like you've overcome it. Is that right?
I have. It took, I'm medicated, so, but it took a long time for them to find right medications that work, and it was just a long road, and it's the scariest thing. If you've never experienced a real panic attack,
I have not.
Most of the people that are calling sound like they're just like having a quick anxiety attack or stressed over something.
So what drug are you on? Are you on? What are you on?
I take Effexor.
Oh, yeah. And also, that helps. That helps like people with alcoholism as well, right?
I'm not sure about
Yeah, I think
that.
I've known some people with like some
anxiety.
drug and alcohol issues, and I think they took Effexor. But it sounds like you're managing me, and that's a good thing, and I appreciate you sharing.
Yeah, like you literally think you're dying. Like literally, they know me by first name at every ER in the area.
Aww.
Like I would just walk in, and they were like, Mia, you're all right.
Well, Mia, guess what? I know you by your first name by calling the MJ Morning Show, and hopefully this is it. No more panic attacks, and you're just going to be Mia calling the MJ Morning Show, not being known at ERs, okay?
Yeah, they're far and few now, but
Awesome.
it's debilitating.
Thank you, Mia.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's nice.
Bye-bye.
All right,
Nice
so
of her to share that.
with Stacy's mom calling up just a
Yeah.
little while ago. Oh, I'm sorry. So with Stacy calling up.
Yeah, Stacy called in.
Right. So Stacy called in, and so I guess I didn't have that right. But anyway.
Yeah, her 75-year-old mother who you're singing about right
That's
now.
right. I guess I had that all screwed up. But, I thought we haven't heard this in a while. This is a classic Chloe's mom.
Chloe's mom married a moron. 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 Chloe, how's your mom live with that obnoxious tool? Obnoxious tool. He's from the shallow end of the gene pool. The gene pool. How'd your mom get stuck with such a selfish? Selfish. Is he or just a little bit thick? What your mom is such a hottie standing next to MJ. There is no odder couple in the continental USA. Chloe's mom married a moron. Beside him she looks like Hakeem Olajuwon. Chloe, can't you see? Got a donkey SOB. A toad seduced a swan when MJ married Chloe's mom. Chloe's mom married a moron. Chloe's mom married...
Fester, are you singing along?
I know every word, and I'll tell you, every word is true. Even Hakeem Olajuwon agrees.
Obviously a song about Michelle and me. All right, final chunk of the MJ Morning Show is next. In fact, I'm going through the pile of stuff here. We got a lot of stuff we got to get to. An update on King Charles and Prince Andrew. This is breaking news. Allegedly, this morning, we have breaking news. Also, the airport workers story. I mean, we're talking Fargo wood chipper at the airport. There's an update on that story and a whole lot more next here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. BMW time, folks. I'm telling you, if you have not experienced the unbelievable class act that Fields BMW is, got an MJ News alert here. Apparently, news breaking out of Great Britain that King Charles now.
Oh, my God. He got swept away by those ears.
Apparently, formerly Prince Charles, King Charles has evicted the disgraced Prince Andrew from Buckingham Palace.
Really?
Oh, it looks like he's throwing that pedophile ass out to Buckingham Palace.
Jeffrey Epstein's buddy.
Did you say ass or arse?
Well, I say ass.
Okay.
So the Queen didn't care, but King does?
Yeah, King Charles. This is reports out of Great Britain today. King Charles has sent his disgraced brother, Prince Andrew, packing, according to a multitude of reports. The scandal-scarred royal, famously stripped of his royal military honors by the late mother, Queen Elizabeth II, has been told to find a new place to live immediately.
I didn't even know he was still living there.
I know we're a little late on this. When did The Crown debut? What year? Andrew, can you look that up?
Like 4 years ago.
So we're just starting The Crown because there's just too much crap. So we started watching The Crown. We're also watching Dead to Me, which that's fast. They're 28-minute episodes.
Oh, they are, yeah.
What year did The Crown come out? 2016? And man, The Crown's good. I mean, listen, I don't.
A little bit.
Exactly. I knew The Crown was good. I mean, I had tons of friends and other people say to me, "Oh, The Crown is great." The Crown is really good.
Shows you what a degenerate the prince was when he was young.
Anyway, which one? Prince?
The Queen's husband.
Yeah, Prince.
He was Philip.
Prince Philip, yeah.
He was a real playboy.
But he's also the guy that's in like Game of Thrones.
That guy's in everything.
Right, that dude.
He was also Doctor Who.
Was he really? Anyway, so King Charles has allegedly thrown Prince Andrew out of Buckingham Palace. Yeah, I don't think you say Buckingham. It's like Buckingham. Buckingham. Better be careful how we say that.
Brother, please. I'm innocent.
All right, so that's breaking news. The other story that's interesting to me today is that there are more photographs of Gisele Bündchen and this like jiu-jitsu trainer or whatever the heck they call him. I mean, how many...
Man, she wasted no time.
No, I mean, the word was, oh, no, just a trainer, but they're on vacation together in Costa Rica.
Well,
now, do you bring a good-looking guy who's a trainer with you unless you're hooking up, or what's the
She
story?
needs to stay in shape, for God's sake.
So
He
the
needs a
latest,
trainer with him.
did you see this? Gisele Bündchen and her trainer, Joaquim Valente, were photographed riding horses together during the latest Costa Rican getaway.
She's probably riding her jiu-jitsu trainer like a horse, too.
Oh, my God, Roxanne.
The kids are in school. Kids are in school.
Roxanne, come on. Oh, really?
You're saying she's a reverse cowgirl?
Come on. Froggy, you knock it off, too, over there.
Good for
What
her.
you doing?
And Tom's over
I
there.
gotta say, he even has a sexy name.
Joaquin. It's not Joaquin. It's Joaquim with an M.
Valente.
Oh, it's even hotter.
Joaquim Valente.
Oh, man,
I'm
I
a
wanna sleep with
jiu-jitsu trainer. I go hi-ya.
Go hi-ya. It's not karate.
I don't know what he said. But come on, there's got to be more than this. Just like training.
No, I think they're just friends. Yeah, I'm sure they're just friends. She adores him. That's what she said.
Is that it?
Yeah, because you go on vacation with men that you just are friends with all the time, right, Rox?
Well, she's divorced, so she has different kind of friendships.
I have a pretty violent update here. Listen, I'm gonna remember the lady that got sucked into the jet engine at the airport in Alabama.
Was that a woman?
I thought it was a man.
Guess what? We didn't know until now. That's one of the updates. It was a woman who apparently had been warned multiple times to stay away from the jet engines. And they even had like 3 briefings before this one flight arrived because I guess they were leaving the engines on. And my God.
How did she tune into any of these meetings?
I don't think so. Listen to this. Alabama airport worker who was sucked into the plane engine was pulled in so violently it shook the entire aircraft. She didn't make it because she was like spit out like tomato paste in the back end. And This is according to initial reports from the NTSB, the Federal Investigators, National Transportation Safety Board. The mother of 3, Courtney Edwards, was 34, identified as the ground handling agent who was killed in the New Year's Eve accident at the Montgomery, Alabama Regional Airport. She was working as a ground handling agent for Piedmont Aviation, a subsidiary of American Airlines, and the flight was an Embraer E-175. That's that Brazilian-made commuter jet.
Right.
Nice airplane. I've been on the 175s. I've been on the 190s, been on the 195s. Embraer, it's a nice little jet. And another, another ground worker had backed away after the pilot leaned out the window and said the engines were still running. And whoopsies, this woman walked right in front of the engine and,
How about you pay attention in the next meeting?
Listen, I'm going to give you some details on that. She was given repeated warnings to stay away from the engines of the E-175 Embraer American Airlines jet that had just landed at Montgomery Regional Airport in Alabama, December 31st. Moments later, Edwards walked in front of one of the engines.
Jeez.
Carrying an orange safety cone. Yeah, that did a lot of good. Was pulled off her feet right into the operating engine. Co-pilot said the plane shook violently.
Well, yeah,
The flight was from Dallas, 59 passengers and 4 crew members on board. It was an American operated by Envoy Air. She worked for Piedmont Aviation. Auxiliary parent. We don't need that. But listen to this. This is the meeting stuff, Froggy. The NTSB said the ground crew held a safety meeting 10 minutes before the flight's arrival, followed by a second safety huddle held immediately before the Embraer jet reached the gate to reiterate that the engines would remain running. The pilot even leaned out the window, because you can open those side windows, and said, "Hey, everyone, remember the engines are running." And she walks right in front of the engine. There's also a beacon light.
What an idiot. Short-term memory?
I don't know what.
Yeah, I mean, but who can hear the pilot sticking his head out of the window while the engine's running? It's still on.
I would imagine it'd be like throwing a chicken thigh in a blender.
Oh, Jude. Video surveillance showed Edwards walking along the edge of the plane's left wing. A coworker yelled and waved her off.
I mean, how many people have to warn
so they're
you?
waving her off, and she still moves.
She like Helen Keller?
Toward the plane. I don't know.
Does she see and hear nothing?
Dude, I think Helen Keller was from Alabama.
And again, they are told never, ever, no worker should ever come within 15 feet of the front of an engine. And that's because it's called the ingestion zone.
Yeah. She got ingested.
Oh, my God. You're not supposed to go anywhere near 15 feet away until the engine blades completely stop spinning. Dude, that's like she got ginsued in that thing.
She got pureed.
Dude, I'd buy that knife. If that was a commercial,
dude,
I would buy that knife.
That is awful. Any
and
idea?
Have a slice of tomato.
Yeah. Any idea what happened to Britney Spears yesterday? Last thing here, then we got to go.
What was that?
People were calling the police because Britney Spears had some new meltdown. Then she deleted her Instagram account. So people were calling, fans were calling the police.
Why?
To say, go check on Britney Spears?
Yeah.
Britney Spears not in any danger. According to the Ventura County, California Sheriff's Office, they confirmed yesterday after fans called the police department to do a wellness check on Britney Spears because of her, what they thought was bizarre online behavior. Jesus. Wow. I said Jesus, by the way. So concerned fans were alarmed. I can confirm we did get calls into our dispatch, and essentially I can confirm we don't believe that Britney Spears is in any kind of harm or any kind of danger.
Yeah.
According to a police spokesman, Ventura County Sheriff's Office, which is just north of L.A. County, Oxnard, right? The officer did not disclose just how many calls they received. Police spokesman explained the reason for providing minimal details was due to the fact any more transparency would be a public trust issue. But what happened was she deleted her Instagram account, and people were concerned for her safety. Man, she's got some crazy fans out there. I'm telling you.
Leave Brady alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be so annoying to be so famous that if you can't canceled a social media account that people call the police.
Wow. All right, we got to roll. Fester, nice having you from home. I guess, are we going to do this till further notice?
Yeah, I think so. I think we are.
Until you can get your strength back. Folks, have a great day. Website always loaded, mjmorningshow.com. That's mjmorningshow.com. And let's be careful out there.
Download the app now.
Get the Q105